Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to J. David Walker Field here on Goodman campus at Lehigh University in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Today we've got a baseball game between the St. Peter's Peacocks and the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. This is the last game of a four-game series in which Lehigh currently leads 2-1, winning the first and third games.
And like you said, Lehigh is today they can clinch the series win if they come out with a W today, but also if they don't, they'll end with the series splits. And against the St. Peter's team, they're a solid team, but Lehigh is the favorite to win today, and I think their aspirations would be to take the series against this team and get another impressive W. Among a lot of impressive W's they've already had this year.
For sure. And once again, I am Zachary Porter, and with me here today is my partner, Alec Eskin, for the Lehigh Sports Broadcasting Club, bringing you this game today.
And we're really excited to bring you today's game. I'm usually play-by-play, but I would also say I'm not actually a color announcer because in my high school days, when I was the president of my high school broadcast club, I did mainly color announcing, and so it's good to get back in the saddle in terms of this role. And I will say it's been a while for me since I've done this, but I think I'll be able to pick up where I left off.
Oh yeah, it should be a fun game today for us as well. The weather is looking beautiful for baseball today. Could not be better.
Yeah, and a little windy out today, but
always a little windy at this ballpark, isn't it, Alec?
Yes, that's fair, and also it tends to be windy here on Goodman campus and as well as Lehigh University, just because of our geography.
Yeah, we've got our microphone stands doubling as paperweights today, keeping the rosters down.
And today we've got a lot of storylines on tap. Usually this early on in the year there isn't a whole lot to talk about, but so far this team has done a lot, and that's including beating, or I should say upsetting number 20 ranked Iowa and number 66 ranked Michigan State early on this year, which is a very impressive feat, and that's both in the same weekend. So they've had good wins against much better teams. And generally speaking, we usually say let's see what happens after non-conference games, but so far they're looking really, really good.
Yeah, some very impressive wins there for a young Lehigh roster that lost two of its best players, Casey Rother and Luke Reddick, last year. Arguably their best pitcher and their best hitter.
Although this year we've got some stand-up players, and the first one that comes to mind for me is Justin Butler, who has just been raking coming out of the gate, has won Player of the Week twice this year already, batting 352 with a 1.185 OPS, and leading the team by far with 8 home runs and 29 RBIs. So again, a very, very impressive year so far for him. And then also on the mound, we've got a bunch of really, really good pitchers in Alex Bouchard, Cole Lehman, and Teddy Tulliver, who've all had extremely nice years. And Cole Lehman in particular, who really didn't get a lot of playing time last year, is a 3.27 ERA with a 1.27 WHIP, and also Alex Bouchard, who was converted from a shortstop to a pitcher after playing in Division III baseball, as having a solid year so far as well. And then also today's pitcher Teddy Tulliver has a 3.72 ERA with a 1.24 WHIP. And that's going to be our star for today's game. And speaking of which, we should probably announce our starting lineups now.
Yes, I'll get right on that. Now, first for the St. Peter's Peacocks, leading off will be their left fielder, number 5, the right-handed hitting Garrett Grego. Batting second will be center fielder, the right-handed hitting number 4, Tyler DeClusen. Batting third is first baseman, number 31, right-handed hitter Tyler Cotton. In the cleanup spot for them is the designated hitter, lefty number 28, Tyler Smith. Batting fifth will be right fielder, right-handed hitter number 11, Ashby Vining. And after that, in the sixth hole, will be shortstop number 7, right-handed hitting Joseph Lomangino. Batting seventh is their second baseman, number 19, right-handed hitting Alex Rakis. Batting eighth is their catcher, number 29, the right-handed hitting Jace Gilligan. And batting last in the 9 spot is their third baseman, number 3, right-handed hitter Logan Baker. And on the mound today for St. Peter's will be number 22, left-handed pitcher Logan Wenzel. And now for your Lehigh Mountain Hawks, right after the national anthem.
And those who protected with the playing of our national anthem.
And now for your Lehigh Mountain Hawks starting lineup. Leading off, we've got center fielder number 1, right-handed hitting Jake Whitlinger. Batting second is their left fielder, right-handed hitting number 3, Ryan Cochran. Batting third after him is the designated hitter, number 34, switch hitter Rafe Parrish. Batting in the cleanup spot will be first baseman, right-handed hitting number 19, Justin Butler. As we talked about before the game, he is crushing it right now. Batting fifth is right fielder number 4, right-handed hitter Andrew Cole. Batting in the sixth hole will be second baseman number 43, right-handed hitter Rafael Rogers. Batting after him, seventh is shortstop number 10, righty Tyler Young. Batting eighth for Lehigh will be their third baseman, number 13, the right-handed hitter Sam Holtz. And batting ninth will be their catcher, number 40, right-handed hitter Andrew Noon. And on the mound today for Lehigh will be number 37, right-handed pitcher Teddy Tolliver. Head coach of the Lehigh squad is, in his 29th season, Sean Leary. And on the other side for St. Peter's, in just his second season, we have Grant Neary. As for the umpires for this game, behind home plate, we have Curtis Duggar. At first base, we've got Michael Azzarello. And at third, we've got Thurman Berry. And we are just about to get started here, folks, as Garrett Grego steps up to the plate and Teddy Tolliver delivers his first pitch. And that will be inside for ball number 1. We are underway.
And again, great to be back out here and for our first baseball broadcast of the year, which is, I think, our first ever broadcast.
And here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that is hit lined up the center, just past the second baseman, and that'll be a leadoff base hit for Garrett Grego right there. Good piece of hitting from him.
Yeah, nice job by him taking an off-speed pitch down low in the zone, just not trying to pull it, just hitting it back up the middle for a nice base hit. That's a good start for St. Peter's.
And coming up second for the Peacocks will be their center fielder, number 4, righty Tyler DeClusen. As here comes the pitch from Tolliver, and that'll be in there for a called strike number 1.
DeClusen batting .259 this year with 7 RBIs and 3 walks and 25 strikeouts. 13 strikeouts.
Here comes Teddy Tolliver from the stretch, and that'll be in there for ball number 1. Now a 1-1 count to DeCluson. Likely looking to do something with Grego on first there.
So far, a lot of off speed from Tolliver today. Not a lot of fastballs.
And here comes the 1-1 from Tolliver, and DeCluson shows bunt but pulls back, and that'll be called ball number 2. That brings us to a 2-1 count for DeCluson.
Yeah.
You think DeCluson is considering a bunt here on a 2-1 count to try and get Grego over to second?
I mean, unless he's really confident his number 3 and 4 hitters to get the job done.
As here comes the 2-1 pitch, and that'll be in there for a called strike number 2 on the outside edge of the plate. It is now a 2-2 count for Tolliver. See if he can finish the job here on this pitch.
I think that pretty much takes a bunt off the table here, so we'll probably see him swing away.
Oh, for sure. As Tolliver throws over to first, no tag as Grego gets back safely. Tolliver trying to keep him close over there.
Yeah, and obviously, quick runner there on first is Greco, so want to keep him on.
As here comes the pitch from Tolliver, and then is swung on and popped up foul towards the first base side, and that'll go out of play. So the at-bat goes on for DeCluson as he stays alive with a foul ball right there.
Yeah, and over inside little picnic area where a decent amount of fans came out today. There's definitely a lot more people than I would have thought coming out to a 1 p.m. game on a Sunday.
Yeah, it's nice to see from the Lehigh crowd. Got some St. Peter's folks in here as well. As here comes the 2-2 from Tolliver, swung on, lined up the middle, straight to the second baseman, flip to the shortstop, throw to first, and there is a double play for Lehigh. 4-6-3. Beautiful work right there by Rafael Rogers, the second baseman, and Tyler Young, the shortstop, to erase the base runner right there.
I want in particular highlight Rafael Rogers there on that play. It was a line drive right to him, but he didn't try and catch it. He let it play on a bounce, guys. Body in front of the ball, flip to second, and a nice flip to first there.
And now Tyler Cotton up for St. Peter's, and he takes the first pitch from Tolliver and rips it into left field for a single. First pitch swinging right there, and it works for Tyler Cotton.
Yeah, and so far a lot of hard contact off of Tolliver today. Although a lot of it on the ground though. So all three balls that are put in play have not left the infield.
Coming up now for the Peacocks is their designated hitter, lefty Tyler Smith, as he swings at the first pitch and foul tips it backwards. That'll go as strike 1 on him. So Tolliver gets to start off in an 0-1 count here. We'll see if he tries to bring the breaking ball back again.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to try doing that today because his fastball has been getting hit hard today. That's his thing.
As here comes the 0-1, and that'll be in there for ball number 1 of the at-bat. Now a 1-1 count on Smith.
Now, I will say this much. I don't think he has to worry about the runner on first in Cotton because he's not getting that big of a lead, and Butler is playing behind the bag, so Lehigh clearly not worried here.
As here comes the 1-1 from Tolliver, and that'll be up there for ball number 2. Little up and away.
Some control issues early on here for Tolliver. I'm wondering if perhaps the colder weather here is having a little bit of an effect on the effectiveness of his pitches.
2-1 count. Here comes the pitch, and that'll be outside for ball number 3. So now what you want to see there after an 0-1 start, he throws 3 straight balls and now is behind in the count. Yeah, we mentioned the weather was pretty good today, but it's suddenly gotten extremely windy. And I can imagine that has some sort of effect on him. As here comes the 3-1 pitch, and that'll be swung on and just fouled down the first base line, just barely to the right of the bag. So now we get a full count for Tyler Smith here with a man on first in the top of the first inning here.
Yeah, so you'll see Cotton here take off, I'd imagine. He'll take off on this 3-2 pitch, so he'll get a head start, but I'm curious to see what pitch he decides to throw here.
For sure, but all that matters here is the batter, Tyler Smith. Tolliver will be trying to get him out, and here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. beautiful pitch right there from Tolliver on the inside corner to get Smith to swing and miss at that one. And that is the inning. 4 batters, 2 hits, 1 double play, 1 man left on base, no runs for the St. Peter's Peacocks as we move to the bottom of the first in a 0-0 game.
Under Armour is a proud partner with Lehigh. Team athlete on our roster is united by an undeniable will to win. Visit UA.com to shop the latest Under Armour.
And welcome back, folks, to J. David Walker Field. We are here for the bottom of the first. Lehigh will get to bat now after a scoreless top of the first from Teddy Tolliver. Leading off for the Mountain Hawks will be their center fielder, number 1, the righty Jake Whitlinger. And here comes Wenzel's first pitch, and that'll be up high for ball number 1. So on the mound for the Peacocks once again is number 22, the left-handed pitcher Logan Wenzel.
And Whitlinger with a .310 batting average so far this year, and he's generally a very aggressive player early in the count.
And the 1-0 pitch is high once again for ball number 2. So Whitlinger now ahead in the count 2-0. As here comes the next pitch from Wenzel. And that'll be in there for ball number 3. It looked like that was just away.
And so far, Whitlinger has been very disciplined this at bat.
As here comes the pitch, and that'll be ball 4. 4-pitch walk to start the game off for Jake Whitlinger. Not a good look there for Logan Wenzel. He's going to look to find his control in the coming batters.
Number 3, Ryan Cochran.
Coming up next for Lehigh will be their left fielder, number 3, right-handed hitter Ryan Cochran.
Lehigh stacking a bunch of righties against Wenzel today, the lefty.
Here comes his first pitch. He shows bunt, and he pulls back. Whitlinger took off and then went back to first as the catcher threw behind him, and he was able to get back safely.
Interesting strategy there. I was not exactly expecting a bunt there from Cochran to start off like that.
As here comes the 1-0 from Wenzel, and that'll be up high for ball number 2. So this is now 6 straight balls Wenzel has thrown to start the game.
I'd be kind of curious to see when there's going to be a mound visit.
And here comes the 2-0, and that is way inside for ball number 3. Nearly hits Cochran right there, but he's able to get out of the way. Now a 3-0 count. Can't imagine he is swinging here.
I mean, 7 straight balls, I would think not, especially considering no outs and runner on first.
As here comes the pitch, and that is up and in for ball number 4. 2 straight 4-pitch walks from Logan Wenzel. Not what you want to see from him if you're a Peacocks fan.
Yeah, and now here comes the mound visit, and it'll be between catcher Jay Skilligan and their pitching coach Tony Peralta. My apologies.
Now, if you're Lehigh, you'll certainly take this kind of start from the game. You now have men on first and second with a big hitter in Rafe Parrish coming up. He's their designated hitter number 34, and he'll be batting from the right side.
Now, early on in the count here, I would look to be aggressive here if I were Parrish because Wenzel, he's desperately gonna be looking for that first pitch strike, so he's gonna try and throw it probably right down the middle of the plate, and if you're Parrish, you gotta be ready for it.
I think it's going to be a first pitch strike here. Try and get the control there and get it in the strike zone. Here comes the pitch from Wenzel. And that'll be in there for a called strike one. Well, you were right there, Alec. Parrish takes, but so he starts off with an 0-1 count. And Wenzel finally finds the strike zone. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And Parrish offers at it, but is able to check his swing, and that'll be ball number 1 as it was inside and down. So now a 1-1 count for Parrish as he looks to do something with a big RBI opportunity right here.
Yeah, again, I was a little surprised he didn't swing at the first pitch there just because of the situation, but he's got himself a good count now.
And here comes the 1-1 swung on, and that's grounded towards the left side. That gets past the third baseman. And Whitlinger is coming home to score, and that'll be an RBI base knock for Rafe Parrish as Lehigh gets the scoring started. Now 1-0 Lehigh. Huge hit right there for Rafe Parrish. Didn't try to do too much with it. Was just able to pull it to the left side and get it past the infield. Yeah,
and again, just a good piece of hitting right there. Low in the zone, not trying to do too much with it. Just hit it through the hole on the left side and able to accomplish that and get Lehigh on the board.
As here comes the pitch to Justin Butler, and he pops that up foul, and that'll go way out of play on the first base side. So now up to bat for Lehigh is another big hitter of theirs, first baseman number 19, the righty Justin Butler, as he starts his count off at 0-1. He now has men on first and second, and another big RBI opportunity for Lehigh to keep the scoring coming.
And he's their most dangerous hitter, so you got look out.
As here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that'll be inside for ball number 1. Now a 1-1 count for him. Again, imagine he'll take a similar approach to Parrish, where he's just trying to get the bat on the ball and get it past the infield.
He's got a huge hole on the right side, so if he can get through there, he's gonna get at least a single out of that.
Comes the 1-1 swing and a miss from Justin Butler. Big swing there, couldn't quite connect. And it is now a 1-2 count for him.
Kind of curious to see what he tries to do there, or what Wenzel tries to do now.
And here comes the pitch from Wenzel, and that'll be outside for ball number 2. That brings it to a 2-2 count for Butler. A good eye there. He does have to protect with 2 strikes, but he was able to let that one go.
I'm gonna guess a 2-2 fastball right here, and this is where Butler's got to be ready.
And here comes the pitch, and that'll be outside for ball number 3, and that brings it to a full count. Once again, Wenzel just missing the strike zone right there, and great eye from Justin Butler to leave it be.
And I'm wondering, and Wenzel here, you got to be really careful here because you now give him a cookie right here.
Yeah, full count. Here comes the payoff pitch, and that is inside and low for ball number 4. Justin Butler will take his base with a walk, and that loads the bases. Now coming up to bat for Lehigh, right fielder number 4, right-handed hitting Andrew Cole. Huge opportunity here for Lehigh to break the game wide open. Still no outs in the inning. It is looking like a tough situation for Wenzel to get out of, as here comes his first pitch, and that'll be in there for a called strike 1.
And right now I'm looking into the St. Peter's bullpen. I don't see any activity just yet. I'm wondering if another walk or another hit, maybe they might think about getting someone up.
As here comes the 0-1, and that is way out there for ball number 1. Now a 1-1 count for Cole. Yeah, I can't imagine you'd want to take your starter out in the first inning, but so far it's gone about as badly as it could go for Logan Wenzel. He just needs to calm himself down, find this strike zone, as here comes the 1-1. Swung on, and that is ripped hard towards left field. That'll be a base hit for Andrew Cole. And here we have Cochran coming home and Rafe Parrish coming home, and that will be a 2-run single for Andrew Cole as Lehigh extends their lead to 3.
Yeah, that's, again, great piece hitting right there. that's where you do pull the ball inside part of the plate, inside part of the strike zone. Ripped it to left field through that left side again, and second hit of the day for Lehigh, and they're already up 3-0.
And now up for the Mountain Hawks is their second baseman, number 43, righty Raphael Rogers, as the first pitch is in there for a called strike one.
Yeah, and Rogers, the freshman, he's been having a solid year so far. Already has 5 RBIs and a home run.
And here comes the 0-1 pitch from Wenzel, and then a swung on, grounded back to Wenzel, but he catches it and then bobbles it in his hand and throws to first to get the out. So a ground out to the pitcher for Raphael Rogers, but he moves Justin Butler to third and Andrew Cole to second. So Tyler Young, their shortstop, number 10, now comes to the plate with men on second and third.
Yeah, and that was it's not gonna go in the stat book as an error, but that's a big play for Lehigh because it's now runners in second and third rather than first and second.
And here comes the pitch from Wenzel. Swung on and missed. Looked like a little half swing right there from Young as he moves to an 0-1 count.
Yeah, trying to get a little too aggressive there. Runners on second, third one out. Just his goal here is just to is trying to get the runners home, and want to do that there on the first pitch.
As here comes the 0-1. That's way outside for ball number 1. Going back to that play by Wenzel, you're absolutely right. If he didn't bobble that ball, he easily could have had the out at third base probably, or possibly even a double play. But now it's second and third, just one out, as here comes the 1-1, and that'll be down for ball number 2. Yeah. So still a difficult situation for Wenzel to get out of, as there is no double play available now. Still just one out.
And that was a nice play there by Gilligan behind the plate there for St. Peter's. That almost got from getting past him.
As Wenzel's 2-1 pitch is in there for a called strike number 2. So now a 2-2 count. He was able to get the heater to hit the strike zone right there. Young gonna try and protect now, make some contact as here comes the 2-2. Swung on, and that is flied out to left center field. Center fielder makes a diving. He's not able to catch it, goes off his glove, and it looks like that will go as a 2-run double for Tyler Young, depending on whether they score that in error or not. I can't imagine they will. That was an incredibly difficult play for center fielder Tyler DeClusen to make, and he just couldn't quite squeeze it in his glove. But a huge hit right there for Tyler Young, and that makes this game 5-0. Lehigh has just come out huge in this first inning.
Yeah, picking up where they left off yesterday, just an offensive explosion here in the first inning, and Tyler Young, outside part of the plate, he threw his bat head out there and was able to hit that ball in the gap in left center field and drive home 2 runs for the Mountain Hawks.
As the first pitch to third baseman Sam Holtz is popped up towards the left side, and that is out of play. So now Lehigh's got a man on second, just one out for Sam Holtz. Once again, another RBI opportunity for them. Now, get this, Alec. The first 5 batters this inning for Lehigh all got on base and now have all scored.
And again, that also is a testament to Lehigh is batting with runners in scoring position. That's the difference between good teams and great teams. And if you can get the job done with runners on base, then that's a sign of a great team and a team that can go far.
As the 0-1 from Wenzel is up high for a ball. Now a 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Wenzel, and that'll be up high again for ball number 2. Holtz being patient right here after his first foul.
Yeah, now we see some activity in the St. Peter's bullpen over on our right side. I think now with Wenzel with his just coming out flat to start the game, I think that they at St. Peter's realizes that they're gonna have to take him out fairly soon in order to limit the damage.
And the 2-1 pitch is way away for ball number 3. Again, Wenzel just does not seem to be able to find the strike zone cleanly. When he does, it's getting hit hard by these Lehigh batters, as here comes the 3-1. That'll be up high for ball number 4, and that is a walk for Sam Holtz. That is Wenzel's 4th walk of the inning in just 8 batters. And now with runners on first and second, Lehigh's catcher, number 40, Andrew Noon, will come up to bat.
Andrew Noon, who is currently a freshman at Lehigh.
Noon bunts on the first pitch from Wenzel, and third baseman Logan Baker, unable to make the play, tried barehanding it, but couldn't pick it up, and Andrew Noon gets on with a bunt single. Sam Holtz moves to second, and Tyler Young moves to third, and we turn the lineup over. Leadoff batter Jake Whitlinger now gets to bat with the bases loaded. He led the game off with a walk and eventually scored on Rafe Parich's single, looking to get some RBIs of his own.
Let's see, second time around, usually see the pitcher better.
And Wenzel's first pitch is in there for a called strike one. Wenzel still being left in there.
I think the guy they have up is ready now, though.
As here comes the 0-1 that's swung on and popped up by Whitlinger. Fouled towards the first base side, and right fielder Ashby Vining unable to get there. But Whitlinger now falls to an 0-2 count right here. Gonna have to work hard to protect the plate and battle back.
Pretty sure this is the first 0-2 count the Lehigh's actually had this game, which is kind of bizarre to think about, considering they already have gone through the lineup once.
It is mighty impressive. Part of it has to do with Wenzel and his control issues finding the zone, but also once he does, Lehigh's been hitting it. As the 0-2 is up and in for ball number 1, Whitlinger successfully looks at that one to turn it into a 1-2 count.
And again, he's usually pretty aggressive in these counts. So I'm wondering if Wenzel tries to throw a breaking ball in the dirt here.
As here comes the 1-2 pitch, and that is swung on and fouled toward the right side, way out of play.
Did try to go with an off-speed pitch there, but Whitlinger able to foul it off and keep the at-bat alive.
Yeah, I think Wenzel got what he wanted. He got Whitlinger to chase that a little out of the zone, but Whitlinger doing a good job making contact and surviving. As here comes another 1-2 pitch from Wenzel, and that's inside. It looks like it hit Whitlinger. So Whitlinger will get an RBI hit by pitch here. And Lehigh extends their lead to 6-0 as left fielder number 3, Ryan Cochran, steps up to the plate to take his second at-bat of the inning.
And Grant Neary, the head coach for St. Peter's, immediately signaled to the bullpen after that hit by pitch. And Wenzel's day is done. He ends with going 1/3 of an inning. Let's see here, 1/3 of an inning, 5 walks, and giving up 4 hits and 6 runs so far. And his line's not even closed yet.
Yeah, not a great performance, not what you want to see from your starter. And you're right, he still has 3 men on base that he is accounted for.
And now the new pitcher for St. Peter's is right-hander number 32, Lyndon Rayburn.
We'll see if he can limit the damage here. He's coming into a tough situation. Bases loaded, 1 out. Has the possibility of a double play right here, but again, Lehigh's been hitting the ball extremely hard.
And it's going beyond that. It's their plate discipline today. It's been great. They were able to generate a lot of walks, which led to a lot of pitches being in the middle of the zone, which led to hits. And again, plate discipline always leads to good things. It causes a chain reaction, and Lehigh able to knock out St. Peter's starter very early on in the game, and now forcing them to go their bullpen and Rayburn is. I'm trying to look up his stats here. I can't even find him on the St. Peter's website. So I'm wondering if this
may be his first appearance of the year. If
Yeah,
that's true.
He's a freshman out of Virginia. So we're kind of getting a little bit of an unknown here. So let's see what he's got, and let's see if he can limit the damage here for St. Peter's.
I hate to say it, Alec, but is he sort of the cleanup man? As here comes his first pitch to Cochran, and that'll be down low for ball number 1.
Now batting for the Mount Hawks, number 3, Ryan Cochran.
And Cochran, he's been again another red hot hitter for the Mount Hawks, batting .315 this year.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Rayburn, and that is in there for a called strike. Now a 1-1 count on Cochran. Cochran also walked in the first inning and scored on Andrew Cole's single.
Now let's see, I bet he gets a fastball here.
And breaking ball down in the dirt, and Cochran swings and misses at it for strike number 2. Good pitch right there from Rayburn. Now a 1-2 count.
And let's see if Cochran can make the adjustment here against Rayburn and put a ball in play.
Here comes the pitch, swung on, and that is lined towards center field, and DeClusen able to range over to his left and make the catch, but Sam Holtz will tag up from third and Andrew Noon from second. So that will be a sac fly for Ryan Cochran towards the center fielder. Sam Holtz comes in to score Lehigh's 7th run of the game, and Andrew Noon moves to third. Now runners on the corner with Lehigh's designated hitter, number 34, Rafe Parrish, coming to bat. Against the right-handed pitcher, Rayburn, he will bat from the left side now, as he is a switch hitter. And the first pitch is inside for ball number 1.
Yeah, again, Cochran, they're not trying to do too much with that ball in the outer part of the zone. Just putting the bat head out there, not trying to pull it, hits into right center field, and is able to drive home the run. Great job by him.
And here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Called strike. Looked like Rayburn was able to throw his heater in the zone right there. Parrish just trying to see the pitcher, looking for something to hit as here comes the 1-1. And that'll be down there for ball number 2. It's now a 2-1 count on Parrish, as the wind is once again picking up.
And Whitlinger, he's getting off the bag a lot and doesn't go there, but again, very aggressive on the base pass too.
As Parrish swings and misses at a 2-1 breaking ball. Very good pitch there from Rayburn to get him to chase, as it's now a 2-2 count. Parrish going to try and protect. 2 outs now in the inning, runners on the corners, as here comes the pitch, and he swings and rips one to right field. That'll be a base knock for Rafe Parrish, and Andrew Noon will come home as Jake Whitlinger makes his way all the way to third. As once again, Lehigh scores. That makes it an 8-0 game with the RBI single from Rafe Parrish.
That's his second RBI single of the game already, and we're just in the first inning. And from the left side now, doing pretty much the same thing, getting a ball in the inner part of the zone, ripping it to right field, and it will drive home another run for the Mount Hawks.
And up now for Lehigh is their first baseman, number 19, Justin Butler, as here comes his first pitch, and he swings and rips that one to right field, opposite field for him. And Whitlinger will come in to score from third as Parrish makes his way all the way from first to third on that hit. Once again, Lehigh extends their lead. It is now a 9-0 game, and we are just in the first inning.
Yes. So far, this first inning has taken 34 minutes to get through, and we're not even done yet. So,
and first pitch to Andrew Cole is inside for ball number 1.
And again, just Lehigh just piling on. When I say keep your foot on the gas pedal, this is what I'm talking about.
Why stop? As here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that'll be outside for ball number 2. So Cole ahead early in the count, 2-0, with runners on the corners, likely looking to do the same thing as Parrish and Butler before him. As here comes the 2-0 pitch, and that'll once again be away for ball number 3.
And again, this now with Rayburn, and we're not seeing as many walks, but we're seeing a lot of hard contact, which again they're ready for their pitches.
And the 3-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. That brings the count to 3-1. Rayburn able to locate his fastball on the inside corner right there.
I don't think Cole is exactly happy with that call either.
As here comes the 3-1 pitch, and that is once again a called strike on the inside corner. So full count now for Andrew Cole. Looking to put his bat to the ball, make some contact as here comes the pitch, swung on and missed, and that is a swinging strikeout. That'll be out number 3 to end the inning for Lehigh, but the damage has been done. 6 hits, 9 runs, 2 men left on base at the end there, and Lehigh goes into the top of the second with a huge 9-0 lead over St. Peter's. And we are back with the top of the second, ladies and gentlemen. Teddy Tolliver back on the mound for Lehigh. And now coming up to the plate for the Peacocks will be their right fielder, number 11, the right-handed hitting, Ashby Vining. As here comes Tolliver's first pitch to him. Literally in there for a called strike number 1.
One thing that I was thinking about last inning was that Tolliver was sitting here for a long time, so I'm curious to see how sharp he is coming into this inning.
And here comes the 0-1, swung on, and that is flied out towards right field. Looks like it's going foul, and no one able to get to it. That'll drop as a foul ball, and now an 0-2 count for Vining.
Yeah, the wind blowing from left to right, and I think that the wind just took that ball. I thought it was going to be in fair territory, and almost made its way into the stands.
I think he did hit it fair, and you're right. The wind just blew it foul. Don't know if that's fortunate or unfortunate for Vining. As here comes the 0-2 pitch from Tolliver, swung on, and that is once again fouled towards the right side, way out of play. It was a deep foul ball. Vining just staying alive.
Yeah, and again, Tolliver throwing strikes this inning. Last inning he had some trouble locating the ball, but this time doing it in a much more efficient fashion.
And here comes another 0-2 pitch from him, and that'll be in there for ball number 1. Now, Alec, if you're the players on St. Peter's, how do you go about mounting a comeback from a 9-0 lead? As Tolliver's 1-2 pitch is in there for a called strike number 3, and Ashby Vining goes down looking. It's Tolliver's second straight strikeout.
I was waiting to answer your question because the pitch was coming in, and again, nice fastball, dot to the outside corner, and able to get the first out of the second inning.
And Tolliver's first pitch to shortstop Joseph Lomangino is swung on and flied deep to left center field. But it looks like left fielder Ryan Cochran is able to come under that and make the catch. So a quick first 2 outs there for Tolliver.
And now let me get to your questions. So the way you mount a comeback, at least if you're St. Peter's right now, is you can't look at the scoreboard. You just have to think about the present at bat in front, the present task in front of you, which is getting a hit or walking.
And now up to bat for St. Peter's is their second baseman, number 19, Alex Rakis. First pitch to him is a strike looking. And here comes the 0-1 from Tolliver. And that'll be in there for a called strike number 2. So an early 0-2 count to Rakis as well. We saw this with Vining, and Vining had to stay alive with a couple foul balls, and now an 0-2 count to Rakis. As here comes the pitch from Tolliver, swung on, and that's lined towards left field, and that'll be a base hit for Alex Rakis. That's St. Peter's third single of the day.
Now, again, Tolliver's been peppering the Peacocks with strikes this innings. Only one ball so far, and his role is on a strikeout and a flyout, and of course a single as well. But so far, this is what you want to see if you're Sean Leary here.
And now for the Peacocks is their right-handed hitting catcher, number 29, Jace Gilligan. As here comes the pitch from Tolliver. That'll be in there for a called strike number 1. Yeah, like you said, Tolliver just pounding the strike zone. He's getting a ton of first pitch strikes here. Gotten into 2 0-2 counts.
Again, I'm wondering if St. Peter's might get aggressive on the base paths here.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch to Gilligan, and he's able to swing and rip that for a single to right field. And it looks like Rakis will make his way from first to third. Gilligan with a wide turn around first, but he heads back as Lehigh gets the ball into the infield. So now runners on the corners for St. Peter's, and their third baseman, number 3, Logan Baker, is up. So they have a chance to chip away at this lead right here with a little 2-out rally, back-to-back singles from Alex Rakis and Jace Gilligan. And here comes the pitch from Tolliver, and that'll be in there for a called strike number 1. I don't think Tolliver has faced a batter this inning where he hasn't thrown a strike on the first pitch.
Yeah, and that's something that the Mountain Hawks have been working on, is throwing those first pitch strikes and getting ahead in the count early on.
As here comes the 0-1 pitch, and it's swung on, and then it's fly deep to right center field. And it looks like right fielder Andrew Cole able to get under that and make the catch for out number 3 in the inning. Well, 2 hits for the St. Peter's Peacocks, but no runs and 2 men left on base as Teddy Tolliver puts another donut on the board. We will see you for the bottom of the second as Lehigh looks to add on to their big 9-0 lead. And we are back here at J. David Walker Field for the bottom of the second inning in this matchup between Lehigh and St. Peter's baseball. Coming up to bat for Lehigh with a current 9-0 lead is their second baseman, number 43, Rafael Rogers. As here comes the first pitch, and then swung on and flied out to right field. And Ashby Vining will make the catch for out number 1 right there off the first pitch.
Even though it resulted in and out, I like the aggressiveness there by Rogers, trying to get after the first pitch there and catch Rayburn off guard and hit the ball hard to right field, but unfortunately just right at someone, and that ball is moving all over the place today, that's for sure.
And now for the Mountain Hawks, Tyler Young, as he will take the first pitch for a called strike 1.
And it looks like this umpire is giving both teams the inside part of the plate.
As here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that's in there for a called strike number 2. Still Lyndon Rayburn on the bump for the Peacocks. See if Tyler Young can battle back, as here comes the pitch, and he swings on and hits it a grounder to shortstop, and he dives into first base for an infield single. Interesting right there. Joseph Lomangino, the shortstop for the Peacocks, unable to make the play. Really tough throw deep in the infield and just couldn't quite get enough strength on it.
Yeah, he had to catch that off his back foot, and also throw off balance as well, and the speed of Tyler Young just a little too much.
And now third baseman number 13, Sam Holtz, up to bat, and he swings and fouls the first pitch he sees. Starts off with an 0-1 count. Now a man on first and 1 out for the Mountain Hawks as they look to add on to their lead.
And also, Tyler Young diving into first base. Most people probably would not encourage it, but hey, it worked out for him.
As Rayburn's gained the sign, here comes the 0-1. Swung on, and that's grounded to short. And Lomangino flips to second, throw to first. And not super clean, but first baseman able to tag Sam Holtz for the double play right there. And that ends the inning for Lehigh as they get 1 hit. No runs, no men left on base, and we move to the top of the third. Lehigh still holds a 9-0 lead over St. Peter's. And we are back for the top of the third. Still a 9-0 lead for Lehigh as St. Peter's comes up to bat looking to chip away. Back up to bat for his second at-bat of the day is their leadoff hitter, left fielder number 5, Garrett Grego, as Tolliver's first pitch to him is in there for a called strike number 1. Grego was able to single in his first at-bat in the top of the first, but he got erased on a double play the next batter. As the 0-1 pitch is in there for a swinging strike number 2. A filthy breaking ball from Tolliver, and Grego was just way ahead of it. As here comes the 0-2 pitch from Tolliver. That'll be on the outside corner, but that'll be out away for ball number 1. Now a 1-2 count. He couldn't quite get Grego to chase right there.
Yeah, Tolliver's had these St. Peter's hitters a little off balance after having some control issues in the first. He's having much better control in the second.
1-2 pitches in there once again away for a ball. That brings the count to 2-2 for Grego. Doing a good job battling back from that 0-2 count. As here comes the pitch from Tolliver. Swung on and grounded to second base. And Rafael Rogers will throw to first and make the play easily. And that's out number 1 in the top of the third here.
And again, making quick work so far as Tolliver. He's not getting into deep pitch counts. A lot of 3-4 pitch at bats and moving through them quickly, which again it keeps his pitch count low and he's able to stay out there for longer and take off a little bit of pressure off that Lehigh bullpen.
And his first pitch to center fielder Tyler DeClusen is popped up towards the right side, but goes way out of play due to this wind. So DeClusen starts off with an 0-1 count. He was the batter who hit into the double play back in the first inning.
And let's see what he does. And let's see again Tulliver. He's just been peppering them with strikes in the last 7 hitters. It has been first pitch strikes.
As here comes the 0-1 pitch to Klusen, swung on, and that is flied out to center field and right center, my bad. And it looks like Andrew Cole will range over to his right to make the catch right there.
I'll have to say that caught me a little off guard too. I thought it was going to be Whitlinger in center field making that catch pretty easily, but also that ball zipped over to right center field, and Cole had to range over there and make that catch.
It's the win today. It is impressive to see what it's doing to the ball in the air. As up to bat now for the Peacocks is their first baseman, number 31, Tyler Cotton. And Teddy Tolliver's first pitch curveball is in there for a ball inside. You're talking so much about those first pitch strikes. First time in a while Tolliver hasn't started off a batter with a strike. As here comes his 1-0 pitch. That'll be swung on and missed. Another big breaking ball right there, and Cotton was fooled. Brings the count to 1-1.
Yeah.
Cotton did get a single back in the first inning, but was left stranded. Here comes the 1-1 from Tolliver. There's a fastball down. That'll be ball number 2.
I was just about to say, look, like the sun came out and the wind started, and the wind dropped a little bit, but now all of a sudden we have some cloud cover, and now we have strong winds again over where we are.
Yeah, I am over here shivering, Alec, as here comes the 2-1 from Tolliver. Swung on back to Tolliver, back up the middle, and shortstop Tyler Young able to make a nice play on the ball and throw to first, but first baseman Justin Butler unable to pick it, and Tyler Cotton will get on with either a single or an E6. Not sure what they'll call that one.
I'd have to think that's a base hit. That's a hard play for Young to make. Again, you glove side and having to throw across his body over across the middle of the diamond. That's not exactly an easy play.
And now up with a man on first is designated hitter Tyler Smith as he fouls the first pitch back towards the right, and he'll start off with an 0-1 count. Looks like they did count it as an error, but I do agree with you, Alec, in that it is a very difficult play for Tyler Young to make right there, as his throw was just simply rushed.
I mean, the majors, they would have counted that as a hit.
As here comes the 0-1 pitch, and once again fouled back towards the right. That brings the count to 0-2 on Tyler Smith. I take it you have an issue with the way they count hits and errors in the MLB?
I do. I mean, last year it was insane, like how loosely they gave errors to players. I mean, it seemed like they had to make it completely mess up a play in order to get an error counted against them. It was mind-boggling to see how many hitters kept getting credit for hits that really should not have been hits.
And Smith fouls the 0-2 pitch from Tolliver off to the left as he stays alive in the at-bat. I do have to agree with you, Alec. I saw similar things as I was watching baseball last year, and I wonder if they're going to change it, but ultimately it's all subjective, right?
Yeah, and that
Tolliver's 0-2 pitch is in there for a ball, and that brings it to a 1-2 count now.
Yeah, the one distinct play I remember was the Trey Turner missed ball to his left, missed ground ball to his left side in the Marlins game that led to them tying up the ball game, and I thought that was easy to be ruled an error, but it was a hit. I was stunned because that's a routine play in my opinion.
And the 1-2 pitch from Tolliver is up high for ball number 2. Now a 2-2 count for Tyler Smith, who is battling back from falling down 0-2 early. And here comes the 2-2 from Tolliver, and that's fouled back towards the right side again. Tyler Smith putting together quite the battle here in this at-bat. I think he's gone through 6 pitches so far, about to see his 7th from Tolliver.
About to say, this is the first time in a while that St. Peter's has been able to work a deep at bat.
And here comes the 2-2 pitch, breaking ball up top, and that'll be ball number 3, so that loads the count. Now 3-2. Tyler Smith did strike out in his first at bat today, back in the first inning. So full count here. Here comes the payoff pitch from Tolliver. Swung on, and that is flied out deep to right field. Andrew Cole going back at the wall. and he makes the catch up against the wall. What a play by Andrew Cole to end the inning, stealing an extra base hit and an RBI from Tyler Smith right there, as Teddy Tolliver once again puts up a good inning. Another 0 on the board for St. Peter's, and we will move to the bottom of the third. Lehigh still holding a 9-0 lead. And we are back in the bottom of the third in this baseball game between the Peacocks and the Mountain Hawks. Leading off the inning for Lehigh, we've got their catcher, number 40, Andrew Noon. And the first pitch from Rayburn is in there for a called strike one.
Yeah, going back to that last play of the top of the third by Andrew Cole, that's probably a Sports Center top 10 play right there.
As the 0-1 is swung on and hit, grounded towards third base. And Logan Baker able to catch the chopper and throw to first for out number 1 of the inning.
Yeah, and again, that play by Cole is spectacular. At first, both Zach and I thought the ball was gone off the bat, and we saw Cole tracking in the sun, and he was able to perfectly time his jump and make a leaping catch up against the wall and rob the St. Peter's at least an extra base hit, most likely a run too.
As the first pitch to Jake Whitlinger is in there for a called strike one. Here comes Rayburn with his 0-1, and that'll be inside for a ball. Now a 1-1 count for Whitlinger. Yeah, just an insane play by Andrew Cole. We talked about how much the wind is affecting these fly balls out there. To be able to track it with the wind the way it is the 1-1 is fouled off towards the right, is just incredible on Andrew Cole's part. That's not easy to do. And now a 1-2 count for Whitlinger, who has gotten on base both of his times up to bat in the first inning with a walk and a hit by pitch. As here comes the 1-2 from Rayburn, swung on, and that is popped up to the left side. See where it lands, and it looks like the third baseman is able to track it down in foul territory and make the catch. That was Logan Baker once again.
And I was afraid to speak there because Rayburn, he's using the deception of the pitch clock, because there was at least 10 seconds when both the batter and the pitcher were set, and Rayburn just using as much result time as he wants to get the hitter off balance.
As here comes his first pitch to left fielder Ryan Cochran. That'll be in there for ball number 1.
And for Rayburn, he's had a nice day so far. 2 1/3 innings, only allowed 3 hits and a strikeout too.
Yeah, for what he's been asked to do, the situation that he was plunged into, he has done an admirable job as he gets a strike across right there. Now a 1-1 count to Cochran. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that's grounded foul towards the left side. Now a 1-2 count for Cochran.
And there's also other games going on across the Lehigh Sports Athletics world, so we'll keep you updated on those as well as they happen.
1-2 count now. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, fouled off towards the right side. So Ryan Cochran stays alive. Cochran got on base in his first at-bat in the first inning with a walk and eventually scored. And then he was able to drive in another run with a sac fly in his second at-bat. As the 1-2 is swung at and bounced, and it looks like it gets by the catcher, and Cochran was able to run to first and get on base with a drop third strike.
You don't see that very often.
I'm going to be totally honest, Alec. I don't know how to put that in my scorebook.
I think that you just put it as a K and then say you got to first base, because I believe that's how you scored. You could also say whether it was a pass ball or a wild pitch.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that was. It's tough to tell. I'd say it's more wild pitch than pass ball, as it did bounce before the plate. That's one way to get on base. Cochran will take it, as the first pitch to Rafe Parrish is in there for a ball. So he starts off with a 1-0 count. As the 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike, so it's now 1-1 to the designated hitter, Rafe Parrish.
Yeah, again, Parrish had a great day, 2 for 2 so far with two RBIs.
And the 1-1 is away for ball number 2. Now a 2-1 count.
Yeah, and again, going back to that first inning where Lehigh just immediately put the game away right there and then, and I think now there's a little less pressure on the Lehigh Mountain Hawk team to drive more runs across the plate.
As the 2-1 pitch, Rayburn able to locate it for a called strike on the outside edge of the plate. So 2-2 count. Parrish trying to protect right here. Here comes the pitch. And that'll be on the outside edge of the plate for a called strike 3. Not sure if Parrish thought that was a strike. I think he thought it was a ball.
Yeah.
But that will end the inning right here, as that is out number 3. And no hits for Lehigh, no runs, and 1 man left on base. And we will move to the top of the 4th. Still a 9-0 game with Lehigh leading St. Peter's. And we are back here in the top of the 4th in this game between St. Peter's and Lehigh baseball. Leading off the inning for the St. Peter's Peacocks will be their right fielder, number 11, Ashby Vining, as he takes the first pitch from Teddy Tolliver and rips it, fly ball towards left field and out at the wall. The catch was made by Ryan Cochran as he went back to the warning track.
Yeah, again, another ball there. I think probably 2-3 weeks later, that ball probably gets out. And again, I think the cold weather having an effect on the distance of where these balls are hit. And again, maybe the wind perhaps pulling it back once again.
As Joseph Lomangino steps up to the plate now, and Tolliver's first pitch to him will go in there as a called strike 1.
And again, Tolliver, he's just peppering them with first pitch strikes, which again is what you want to see.
And here comes the 0-1 pitch, swung at and missed for strike number 2. So now an 0-2 count for Lomangino.
Again, let's see if Tolliver can put him away here, because he has not gotten a lot of strikeouts today.
0-2 pitch is just wide, and that'll go for ball number 1 of this at bat. So a good eye right there by Lomangino to hold back. despite his precarious position. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Tolliver. That'll be swung on and missed for a swinging strikeout right there. Looked sort of like a half swing from Lomangino right there, but it was a very good breaking ball from Tolliver, and that is his third strikeout of the game. Now for the Peacocks is second baseman number 19, Alex Rakis, stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, again, nice off speed pitch there in that last at bat to finish off Lomangino there, and again that's we haven't seen a lot of strikeouts today, and that's something. And again, you want to see more of those swings and misses there from Tolliver.
As the first pitch to Rakis is inside for ball number 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that'll be in there for a called strike. Now a 1-1 count for Rakis. Rakis able to get a single off of Tolliver back in the second inning. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, fouled back towards the right. Now a 1-2 count for Rakis.
And again, Tolliver getting a lot of those 0-2, 1-2 counts, getting ahead of the count, which puts more pressure on those Peacock hitters, and which results in a lot of weaker contact, ground balls, strikeouts, etc. That's a thing that Tolliver's been working on. What you want to see.
And the 1-2 pitch is once again fouled back by Rakis as he tries to stay alive in this at bat.
And let's see. Well, after this inning, we're going to announce some of the upcoming broadcasts that we have. But in the meantime, it's been all Teddy Tolliver today.
And the 1-2 pitch is in there for a called strike number 3 as Tolliver gets him looking for his second straight strikeout, second of the inning, and his 4th strikeout of the game. Some impressive stuff from him. And we'll move into the bottom of the 4th. Lehigh still holds a 9-0 lead. Alec will give you the rundown on the upcoming broadcasts we have going on.
All right. So meantime, during this break, I will give you the upcoming broadcasts. So on Saturday we'll be broadcasting myself along with Evan Woodward. We're going to be broadcasting the home opener for softball, which is a doubleheader against Colgate, which should be a good game. Softball picked up an 8-2 win today in the Penn State Invitational, and off to a pretty good start this year as well. And then also on Saturday we'll be broadcasting men's lacrosse versus Bucknell, and Charles he'll give you that game. And actually, funny enough, Melena Sheldon, who's going to be PA announcing for the doubleheaders for both women's and men's lacrosse, she'll be PA announcing for women's lacrosse on in their first game against Loyola, and then men's lacrosse at 3:30 against Bucknell. So that again, great to see her taking that initiative and stepping up in that opportunity. And we wish her and it should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what she does.
And we are back here for the bottom of the 4th. Leading off the inning for Lehigh will be their first baseman, number 19, Justin Butler. Sorry to cut you off there, Alec.
And then on Sunday, Colgate softball will be Zach and Melena giving you that. And then on Wednesday, March 27th, there'll be women's lacrosse versus Bucknell. It'll be myself and Melena broadcasting that game.
Rayburn still on the bump for the Peacocks. Here comes his first pitch, and Butler rips it to left field. That'll be a base hit for Butler. He makes a turn, but he heads back to first as he will get on the first pitch with a single. His second hit of the game and his 3rd time on base.
And Eddie Fuhrer and myself, he's here today pointing for the brown and white, and he asked me how many hits do you think Butler will get, and I asked what's the line. He said over under 1.5, and I said over, and Butler already got 2 hits today. So if I made a bet, I would have won.
There you go. And now up to bat is Lehigh's right fielder Andrew Cole as he takes the first pitch for a called strike number 1. And here comes the 0-1, and that is swung on and missed. Now an 0-2 count for Cole. Pretty good pitch there from Rayburn on the inside side of the plate. Was able to get Cole to chase. Cole's already got a big RBI single in this game, as well as a run. struck out for his second at-bat in the first inning. And the 0-2 is up and in for ball number 1 of the at-bat. Little chin music there.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. Again, he's been very aggressive early in counts so far today, and it's worked out for him once. It hasn't worked out for him. Didn't work out for him the second time. We'll see what happens this third time around.
And he check swings on the 1-2 pitch and sort of gets a piece of it and fouls it backwards. So he stays alive here in the count.
And again, he's been one of Lehigh's best hitters so far this year. So let's see if he can dig himself out of this hole and get a hit.
Rayburn taking his time with the pitch clock. Here comes the pitch, swung on, and that is popped way up towards the right side. Looks like it will blow out of play.
And again, the wind taking that ball out of play. I thought it was a routine pop up on the infield, and it just zips over the right side and falls foul behind the dugout.
Yeah. Good for Andrew Cole, though, as he's able to stay alive in this at-bat, as here comes the 1-2 pitch, and he fouls that one back towards the left. 3 straight foul balls now for Andrew Cole.
Yeah.
He's looking to see his 7th pitch here of the at-bat from Rayburn.
Even though it hasn't worked out for him yet, getting deep in account, seeing more of Rayburn's pitches, it's always good to see.
And here comes the 1-2 again, and that'll be down and away for ball number 2. So he's able to work it to a 2-2 count now. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat coming up right here, swung on, and that is popped up towards the right side of the infield. And second baseman Alex Rakis able to make the catch in the outfield grass. Again, looked like that was going like dead center and just blew over to the right side.
Yeah, again, that was something that was. I think that Rayburn's using that pitch clock to his advantage. Again, he gets up early and keeps the hitter on their toes because you don't know when he's going to throw the ball.
And now up for Lehigh is their second baseman, number 43, Rafael Rogers. He shows bunt on the first pitch, but he pulls it back. Ball gets past the catcher, and Justin Butler takes his chance to steal second base. And that pitch ended up as a ball. So Rafael Rogers gets to start out with a 1-0 count, now with a man on second base and just 1 out. So another RBI opportunity for the Mountain Hawks as the catcher, Jace Gilligan, goes out to talk to Rayburn.
Yeah, and Gilligan's done that a lot today. He's the freshman. It looks like he's got a good feel for the situation. Is trying to say, okay, let's calm down, just make your pitches and we'll go from there. And so far for Rayburn, it's worked out pretty well for them.
All right, and we should be back. Rogers getting back in the box here. Rayburn sets up. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, and that's grounded towards the second baseman, and he's able to field it cleanly and throw to first. Good play right there by Alex Rakis once again. Justin Butler was able to advance to third base.
Yeah, I was about to say on the right side he had a big hole between first and second, and had the right idea, but just couldn't push enough far to the right.
And now up for Lehigh is number 10, their shortstop, Tyler Young, as he rips a first pitch single into left field, and that'll be another RBI for him in this game as Justin Butler comes in to score from third. Lehigh pushing into the double digits. They are now up 10-0 in this game after that hit by Tyler Young. That is his 3rd hit of the game. He had a double in the first inning and then a single in the second inning and the single right there. Now up for Lehigh will be the third baseman, number 13, Sam Holtz, as his first pitch he sees is going to be a ball away.
Yeah, and again, Tyler Young, he's had a really, really nice day so far, and he's just been putting the ball in play, not trying to do too much with it.
There comes the 1-0 pitch, and that'll be ball number 2, and it gets away from the catcher, and Tyler Young will take that chance to take second base easily. Now he's sort of in between second and third, almost baiting a throw from the catcher as he decides to go back to second.
Yeah,
interesting right there. Having a little fun. Why not? You're up 10-0.
Yeah, I mean, you got a little loose, got a little relaxed. You're up. got up big right now and in a great position right now to win this game. And again, this team playing with a lot of confidence right now has again start off the year really, really well.
Here comes 2-0 from Rayburn, and that is once again outside. Ball number 3 of this at-bat. Yeah, I mean, talk about playing loose. Tyler Young, 3 for 3 with a double and 3 RBIs? I'd say he's playing loose enough.
Yeah, looks like we got a. I think head coach for St. Peter's right now, Grant Neary, is coming out to talk to Rayburn, and I'm not sure whether it's because of an injury or if he wants to pull him at this point. But right now, I don't see any action in the St. Peter's bullpen, so I'm wondering if maybe you might have seen something that told him, okay, maybe something's not right here.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw 3 straight balls here to Sam Holtz, and we were talking about some control issues earlier, but Rayburn has mostly been pretty good with his control today.
Yeah, no, Rayburn's been solid today. Outside of the 1 run he's given up, he's been able to settle in and work and go to work against these Lehigh hitters.
And I don't think he's given up a walk yet.
He's on the verge of that right now. 3-0 count.
Yeah, can't imagine Holtz is swinging right here. As here comes the pitch, and that will be in there for a called strike 1. So whatever Neary said to him worked. He threw a fastball right there in the strike zone. So a 3-1 count now for Holtz. And here comes the pitch from Rayburn, swung on, and that is flied out to deep center field. And that will be caught by Tyler DeClusen for the 3rd out of the inning. So Lehigh gets a run across on the 2 hits from Justin Butler and Tyler Young, and some good base running throughout the inning. But that is all. However, that pushes Lehigh's lead up to 10-0 in this game as we move to the top of the 5th. And we are back with the top of the 5th in this baseball game between Lehigh Mountain Hawks and the St. Peter's Peacocks. Leading off the inning for the Peacocks will be their catcher, number 29, Jace Gilligan. As here comes the first pitch from Tolliver, and that will be a ball away.
Rare first pitch missed today.
Yeah, Tolliver has been very impressive with his first pitch strikes today and just his pitching overall, as here comes his 1-0 pitch to Gilligan, and that is away for ball number 2. Gilligan did get a single back in the 2nd inning against Tolliver.
And again, Tolliver has been selling so far today, and 3-0 right now, but so far he's had really good control.
Yeah, as that 2-0 pitch is up high for ball number 3. Tolliver going to have to fight back in this count. Here comes the 3-0 pitch, and that'll be down and away for ball number 4. So a 4-pitch walk to open the inning right there. Definitely not what Tolliver's looking for, as Lehigh will have a mound visit here.
Yeah, it looked like that Tolliver was making some sort of hand motion, and immediately catcher Andrew Noon and pitching coach Pat Knight came out to start talking to him on the mound. So I'm curious to see what both of them saw.
Yeah, now coming up for the Peacocks will be their third baseman, number 3, Logan Baker. He flied out to right field in his last at-bat in the second inning.
Now batting for the Peacocks, number 3, Logan Baker.
So man on first, no outs here for the Peacocks. Looking to turn over their lineup. As here comes the pitch from Tolliver, and that's swung on and ripped up the center. That'll be a base hit for Logan Baker. And Gilligan will stick at second. So now men on first and second with no outs. Top of the lineup coming up for the Peacocks. And that will be left fielder number 5, Garrett Grego, who is 1 for 2 so far this game with a single back in the first inning.
Yeah, a little bit of traffic now for St. Peter's. Really one of the first times today where they've had some.
Here comes the first pitch to Grego, and he bunts down the third base line. Tolliver gets it, throws to first, able to get him out on a close play. Gilligan and Baker both move up. Gilligan now on third, and Baker now on second. So Grego does his job right there.
It looks immediately you see both one of the assistant coaches. You see one of the assistant coaches and as well as Grego immediately saying like there was interference, and
Grego is standing on first base right now.
he seems convinced that there was interference, and it looks like that it was convincing enough to make that argument.
Yes, and the umps call him safe after a little bit of discussion there. Lehigh's coach Leary not happy with that.
Yeah,
A little more discussion from the umps here.
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly be happy either because, I guess I'm not really sure because I think that they were looking at the home plate umpire in Curtis Dugard to say whether or not there was interference between Butler and Grego, and again, I guess he was able to make I guess St. Peter's was able to make a convincing enough of an argument to be able to get that call overturned.
Yeah, I suppose Butler was a little bit in the base path, so that's maybe what St. Peter's is talking about. Personally, I didn't see it when I first saw the play. Unfortunately, we don't have a replay.
Oh, and now they call him out.
Very interesting, folks. St. Peter's and Garrett Grego are not happy about that. He's called out at first, then they discuss and call him safe, and now they have called him out. And Grego walks back to the dugout. As we get started, batting next for the Peacocks is center fielder Tyler DeClusen. And he grounds it back up the middle. Diving stop by the shortstop, and he's not able to get a throw at first, so he throws to third. And everybody is safe. Jace Gilligan comes in to score. So a really tough play right there by shortstop Tyler Young. Not sure if he would have been able to make the out at first, so he threw to third to try and get the guy throw behind him. Not able to work right there. So I go down as an RBI single for DeClusen.
Chase Utley right there trying to throw behind the runner there, but again it was it looks like that's the number 3 Logan Baker. They're trying to run him out a little bit there. Looks like maybe pulled something one going back to third base, but looks like he's fine. But anyways, just a lot of St. Peter's hits this inning have been ground balls back up the middle where Young and Rogers don't have the range to be able to make those plays and get the runner out first.
Yeah, I think it was impressive that Young was able to get to the ball at all, but just didn't quite have the play there. And now up to bat for the Peacocks is their first baseman, number 31, Tyler Cotton, as DeClusen takes off running for second as soon as the pitch is thrown, and that's popped out to left field. And Ryan Cochran will make the catch. So it'll be out number 2 in the inning. And Logan Baker looked like he might have tagged off, but he ended up going back to third base. So now 2 outs, men on the corners, and their designated hitter, number 28, Tyler Smith, coming up for the Peacocks. So Tolliver trying to get out of this jam with just the 1 run giving up.
And today it's been And today so far, Smith has been able to put down the ball.
As the first pitch to Smith is down and in for ball number 1, and it gets a little bit away from the catcher. And as DeClusen was stealing second, the throw gets passed, and Logan Baker is able to come home and steal home for St. Peter's second run, and DeClusen gets all the way to third.
Yeah, I think for St. Peter's, it's just, I mean, you say why not be aggressive on the base paths? You're down 10-1. You might as well say, hey, let's try and force it around on our own.
And here comes the pitch to Tyler Smith, and that is ripped out to right field, and that is way gone. Way past the tree line right there, and that is a huge 2-run shot for Tyler Smith as the Peacocks offense has finally woken up in this 5th inning here. That was the 3rd and 4th runs that they have put on the board from that 2-run home run.
It looks like Lehigh's got some action in the bullpen right now, and Tolliver, good start today, but this inning he's starting to fall apart a little, and unfortunately right there left the ball right over the center of the plate.
And first pitch to Ashby Vining is fouled off towards the right side, so he will start off his count at 0-1. He is 0 for 2 so far today with a strikeout and a fly out to left field.
Going back to, I'll wait a minute actually.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Tolliver, and that's down for ball 1 of the at bat.
Yeah, and going back to that Smith home run, he hit a ball really hard early in his previous at bat that almost got out, but this time able to make good and hits that all the way in the parking lot.
As here comes the 1-1 that's in there for a called strike number 2. Now a 1-2 count to Ashby Vining. Tolliver looking for the strikeout to end the inning right here and get out of it. Here comes Tolliver's pitch, and Vining able to check his swing right there, and that'll go down as ball number 2. So now a 2-2 count for Vining. I mean, just the whole inning felt like a bunch of little dinky hits, not a ton of hard contact, some grounders up the middle, and then that one home run was huge. As here comes the 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and Teddy Tolliver finally gets out of it with his 5th strikeout of the game, but the damage was done. 4 runs right there for the Peacocks on 3 hits and 1 error for Lehigh. As we move to the bottom of the 5th, Lehigh still holds a big 6-run lead, winning this game 10-4 right now. And we are back here for the bottom of the 5th in this baseball game between St. Peter's and Lehigh. St. Peter's made a little bit of a comeback in that top of the 5th there, scoring 4 runs to cut the lead to 6. Lehigh still up 10-4. And now to lead off the inning for them will be number 40, the catcher, Andrew Noon. And the first pitch in there by Rayburn is for a called strike.
Now pitching for St. Peter's is number 6, Mason Williams, the left-handed sophomore.
That's my bad. First pitch from Mason Williams. All right, so here comes the 0-1 pitch, and that's fouled off towards the right side. That'll bring it to an 0-2 count for Noon now.
Yeah, I see some people in Phillies gear to my right behind the St. Peter's dugout. I'm wondering if those are potentially Philly scouts.
And here comes the 0-2 pitch from Mason Williams. That is down low for ball number 1. So now a 1-2 count for Noon.
And again, let's see if we can fight back in this count.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That's outside, ball 2. Noon doing his best to fight back. It brings it to a 2-2 count.
I mean, this Lehigh lineup is pretty young. Already have 2 freshmen starting.
And 2-2 pitch is fouled back towards the right. Yeah, and about the Lehigh lineup, it should be known Mason Williams, left-handed pitcher here. Lehigh came into this with 8 right-handed batters and 1 switch hitter in Rafe Parrish, preparing for the left-handed starter, Logan Wenzel. As the 2-2 pitch is away for ball number 3, full count. Here comes the payoff pitch, swung on, and that's grounded towards the left side. Gets between the third baseman and the shortstop, and that will be a seeing eye single for Andrew Noon to lead off the inning here.
That was a great at-bat there from Andrew Noon. Flying behind 0-2, able to fight back, get it to a full count, and able to hit a ground ball through the left side for a base hit, and that'll be his second hit of the day.
Yeah, you love to see it right there. Now up for Lehigh is their center fielder, number 1, Jake Whitlinger. As here comes the first pitch to him. That is high for ball number 1. Whitlinger got on base twice in the first inning, first with a walk and then with a hit by pitch.
Again, big hole to that right side. Let's see if we can hit it through there.
As the 1-0 pitch is fouled off towards the right side. That brings the count to 1-1. He popped up to the third baseman back in the third inning. Here comes the 1-1 from Williams, and he bunts towards the third base side. Looks like it was bunted foul, as might have hit the plate or hit the batter's box.
I think it hit Whitlinger. I think while he was still in the batter's box, it hit him, and that's why he's being called back.
Ah, okay. So now the count is at 1-2. As here comes the pitch from Williams. Swung on and grounded towards the second baseman. He'll flip to second. No throw to first, but they do get the out at second right there. So 4-6 fielder's choice right there. Whitlinger sticks on first base right there.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if even with the left-hander on the mound right here, I'm wondering if you see Lehigh try and get aggressive here and try to steal a bag.
Yeah, I mean, we know Whitlinger has some speed. He loves running around on those base paths. As we now have left fielder Ryan Cochran up to bat. As here comes the first pitch to him, and that'll be up high for ball number 1.
Now then, box number 3, Ryan Cochran.
And Cochran right now today, he's 0 for 2 right now with a walk. Let's see if he can get his first hit of the day right here.
And Whitlinger is going on the 1-0 pitch. Gilligan couldn't get the ball out of his glove, and so Whitlinger will successfully steal second base, and now there is a man on second with just 1 out here for the Mountain Hawks.
Yeah, again, it's being aggressive right there. It takes away the force out, and that was a good pitch to steal him because it was an off-speed pitch in the dirt, and even if Gilligan got that ball out of his glove easily, he probably would not have gotten Whitlinger at second.
Now here comes the 2-0 to Cochran. And that'll be in there for a called strike. That brings the count to 2-1.
Yeah, and again, let's see if running in scoring position. Let's see if Lehigh can take advantage of this right here.
2-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Williams. Swung on and missed.
I think that may have actually been a foul tip. I'm not sure though, just based off the way Gilligan reacted.
Yeah, he wasn't able to get a handle on that ball. Either way, that brings the count to 2-2 now for Cochran. Williams did a good job battling back from 2 straight balls to start the count. As here comes the 2-2 pitch. That'll be up high for ball number 3. As Gilligan throws down to second, tries to throw behind Whitlinger, but he's able to get back to second base easily.
Yeah, again, working back to a full count. That both Noon and Cochran have done that today, which again, very, very impressive.
Full count for Cochran here. Here comes the payoff pitch. That'll be up high, ball number 4. Cochran will take his base with a walk.
I mean, now you got the power hitter and Rafe Parrish up, and I don't know if this is who you want to have up if you're St. Peter's, because he has powers to all parts of the field, and even on a windy day like today, if he hits like a hard line drive to right field, that could definitely do some damage.
Oh, for sure. Then on first and second, just 1 out right here. As here comes the pitch from Williams. That'll be in there for a called strike number 1. Parrish trying to get an eye on the pitcher right here. He had 2 singles back in the first inning. And since then, he struck out looking back in the third. As Whitlinger goes on the 0-1 pitch, and no throw from Gilligan. Whitlinger steals third easily right there, but it was a called strike on Parrish, so he falls now to an 0-2 count.
And again, looks like he caught Williams off guard there. Didn't look like he was really paying attention over at second base, and Whitlinger took advantage of it and got another stolen bag easily.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Parrish, swung on and driven to left field. That is deep over his head, and that will be a base hit for Parrish. He's going to second. Whitlinger will score easily, and Cochran now coming home. That will be a 2-run double for Rafe Parrish, as he adds to his RBI total for the day, and he brings Lehigh's lead to 8. They now lead St. Peter's 12-4.
And again, like I said, right before the at-bat start, he has power to all parts of the field, and he rips a streaker out to left field, and was able to get over the left fielder's head and all the way to the wall.
And now up for Lehigh is number 19, their first baseman, Justin Butler. It's also another big hitter for them. He is 2 for 2 so far this game with 2 singles and a walk. He fouls off that first pitch into himself, and so he starts off the count 0-1. Here comes the pitch from Williams, and that'll be in there for a called strike number 2. So another 0-2 count right here, just like Williams had to Parrish. We'll see if Butler can do a similar thing, trying to put his bat on the ball. Currently a man on second, just 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, grounded towards third, and Logan Baker looks back Parrish and is able to throw to first to get the second out of the inning. So the Peacocks finally able to retire Justin Butler. And now coming up to bat for Lehigh will be the right fielder, number 4, Andrew Cole.
Andrew Cole.
And Andrew Cole having a nice day, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. So good. It's been a solid day for him so far, and let's see if he can add on.
Yeah, he had the big RBI single back in the first inning. It gave Lehigh their second and third runs of the day, as the first pitch to him is way away for ball number 1. And he had a really nice catch in right field at the wall, and he's had a couple of other catches out there, which hasn't been easy with the wind today, as we've talked about. Here comes the 1-0 from Williams, swung on and missed.
Perhaps try and make that a 14-4 game there. Took a big.
You're funny, Alec.
Thank you. I got that a lot.
1-1 count now. Williams looking back, Parrish at second. Here comes the pitch, and that'll be in there for a called strike number 2 on the inside edge of the plate. Some good location there from Mason Williams.
Like he's kind of dancing off of second base there, trying to get Williams' attention, but he just didn't really care.
1-2 count now. Here comes the pitch, swung on, and that is ripped up the center. That'll be at least a base knock, and Perich coming all the way home from second. And that'll be another RBI single for Andrew Cole today. That brings the score to 13-4. Lehigh extends their lead to 9 now with that RBI knock.
Like they say, grip and rip. And rip that right back up the middle, and it extends their lead back to 9. And after St. Peter's scored 4 and might have had some momentum, Lehigh just takes it right back.
And now for Lehigh's their second baseman, number 43, Rafael Rogers, as he takes the first pitch looking for a called strike. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it could have been a big momentum swing there with St. Peter's 4 runs in the top of the fifth there, and Lehigh takes it right back with 3 runs in the bottom of the fifth as the 0-1 pitch is down low for a ball.
And Rogers so far today 0 for 3. He's having a little bit of a slow start to the year.
As here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that's fouled towards the right side. That'll make it 1-2.
First-year player batting 192 right now with a 708 OPS. First-year player getting some time starting, and I would think you would get better after this.
As here comes the 1-2 pitch, and that's inside. It may have hit him, not sure.
Did it hit Rogers or did it hit the umpire? I think I know it hit the umpire, but I thought it might have hit Rogers as well.
Well, Andrew Cole did take off and take second base. It was a little odd. I personally saw it hit Rogers, but he didn't seem to go down to first base. I think it did hit the ump afterwards.
Looks like it hit him in the hand, and by the way, just so everyone knows that even if the ball hits the umpire, it's still a live play, at least behind home plate. So, Cole gets second there, and I guess it just didn't hit Rogers because he's not going down to first. He immediately started talking to head coach Sean Leary over down the third base line.
Yeah, no, it was a ball way inside. Must have just missed him, and it looked like the catcher may have just not gotten it.
Yeah, we saw some equipment that went flying from the umpire behind the plate in Curtis Stugar. And now you got third base umpire Thurman Berry and first base umpire Michael Azzarello having a meeting right in front of home plate. It looks like that Stugar's okay, and looks like we'll be back in play.
Yeah, it looked like Lehigh's trainer was just checking him out, making sure he was okay. And we're back. 2-2 count for Rafael Rogers. Man on second, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch, way inside. That's ball number 3. So that brings us to a full count for Rogers. Because that little mishap, he's got an RBI opportunity right here with Cole on second, as here comes the full count pitch. Swung on, and that is driven deep to right center field. And that will be in the gap, at least a double. Cole will come home, and Rafael Rogers will get to second base standing up as Lehigh matches St. Peter's 4-run output in the top of the fifth, now in the bottom of the fifth with 4 runs of their own, and they extend the lead back to 10. It is a 14-4 ball game.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going back to this again. Pitch on the outside part of the plate, not pulling it, just going oppo there and hitting a ball deep in a right center field, and I was surprised that he was able to hit that ball that far on, especially on this kind of day.
Shortstop Tyler Young takes his first pitch and rips it to right field. Unfortunately, right at Ashby Vining, who makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning, and that will do it for the bottom of the 5th right here. But Lehigh did some damage here. 4 runs on 4 hits and some good base running right there. And Lehigh will go into the top of the 6th, again with a 10-run lead. The game is 14-4. And we are back for the top of the 6th here at J. David Walker Field for this baseball game between Lehigh and St. Peter's. Leading off the top of the 6th right here for St. Peter's will be their shortstop, number 7, Joseph Lomangino. And he takes the first pitch from Teddy Tolliver for a called strike.
And interesting, I'm a little surprised to see Tolliver back out there after allowing 4 runs in the 5th, but I guess with a 10-run lead, you can afford to give your pitcher a little bit of a longer leash.
And here comes the 0-1 pitch line towards the shortstop. Tyler Young makes a leaping grab to make the first out of the inning right there.
We've been talking a lot about the offense today, but what about the defense for Lehigh?
Defense has been excellent for the most part. Great play right there by Tyler Young.
You
Some
got
hops.
You got leaping catch and right from Colin and Young.
And the first pitch to Alex Rakis is up high for ball number 1. He's 1 for 2 so far today with a single back in the 2nd and a strikeout back in the 4th. And here comes the pitch. That's fouled off towards the right side.
Yeah, again, right now, let's see if I'm wondering if perhaps if Leary is trying to get Tolliver some more confidence after that 5th inning and putting a goose egg up on the scoreboard at the top of the 6th, and if he is able to do that, I'm wondering if that'll end his day.
Yeah. I mean, Tolliver, like we said, has been great for the most part this game, and he just ran into some issues back in the 5th there. As here comes the 1-1 pitch. That'll be in there for a called strike. Tolliver drops the ball on the throw back from Noon.
Hey, at least there wasn't any runners on base, and that might have caused some problems.
Yeah, I mean there's some room for error when you got a 10-run lead. Like you said, play loose. As here comes the pitch, and that'll be in there for a ball inside.
And again, Tolliver's getting deep into counts in this, and looks like the Senators has been able to do that in a little bit more efficient fashion.
And here comes the pitch. Swung on, and that's fouled off towards the right side. So with 2 strikes, Rakis able to stay alive in this at-bat.
And it looks like you've got a lot of the Lehigh relief pitchers huddled up against the fence. Looks like they're a little bit chilly right now as well.
I'm sure everybody is. As here comes the pitch, and that is ripped towards the second baseman. Rogers able to make a nice play towards his right and throw to first to get the second out of the inning. We talked a little bit about Rogers when he came up to bat, and his defense has been excellent today as well, as he's been starting as a freshman, and that may be part of the reason why.
Yeah, and again, that play by Rogers was not as easy as it looked. That a hard line drive. I'll wait a minute.
As Tolliver's first pitch to catcher Jace Gilligan is in there for a called strike 1.
That bounces right before it gets to you, and you aren't sure what kind of hop it's going to take, but luckily he was able to get that on his backhand side, fire to first.
As here comes the 0-1, and that's in there for a called strike number 2. Quick 0-2 count for Tolliver here against Jace Gilligan, who has gotten on base both of the times he's come up to at bat, with a single back in the 2nd and a walk in the 5th. He's able to foul off the 0-2 pitch right there to stay alive in this at bat. Tolliver looking for the out here for an easy 1-2-3 inning.
I'm gonna say here, let's go high fastball here to finish him off.
That's your call?
Yeah, I'll call high fastball on this.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Tolliver. And that is away for a ball.
Looks like I was wrong on that one. Breaking ball in the dirt, so pretty much the opposite of what I was saying.
Looked like Tolliver tried to get Gilligan to chase right there. Gilligan not taking the bait, unfortunately. Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Tolliver. And that is up high for ball number 2. There's your fastball up, Alec.
Yeah, and again, it was just a little too outside for Gilligan to try and bite there.
And here comes the 2-2 pitch from Tolliver. Again, down and away, and that'll be ball number 3. That loads the count. So Gilligan doing a great job battling back from an 0-2 count, foul ball, and then 3 straight balls right there. as he's facing his 7th pitch of the at-bat. Here it comes. Swung on and fouled back towards the right side. Full count for Jace Gilligan here with 2 outs and no men on base in the top of the 6th.
Yeah, at this point, you might as well just start peppering strikes because you're up by 10 runs. You kind of want to get out of this thing as quickly as you can.
And here comes the payoff pitch from Tolliver. That is down low for ball number 4, and Jace Gilligan will take his base.
Now, even though Gilligan's a catcher here, I could see them potentially trying and having him steal here, and I'm wondering if that's what Pat Knight's gonna tell Tolliver right now.
Would be interesting. I mean, there's 2 outs, so if you want to get him into scoring position on second base, it wouldn't be a terrible idea. It looks like we are getting a pitching change here. That will do it for Teddy Tolliver.
Nice.
An excellent day, as he is getting a great round of applause from the crowd right here.
His teammates going out to greet him there to let him know it was a job well done, and now it looks like Lehigh is dipping in their bullpen for the first time today.
And it looks like it will be right-handed pitcher number 20, Tyler Thompson, coming out to pitch for Lehigh. Looking to finish off this inning for Tolliver, and then maybe take a couple after it.
Yeah. Tyler Thompson, the senior this year, has not pitched. He has not pitched a lot this year, 5.1 innings, but has struggled so far when he has pitched with an 11.81 ERA with a 2.63 WHIP. And right now, maybe this could be perhaps a time to try and get him some confidence.
Yeah, I mean, 10-run lead like this, you're not pitching under much pressure. All you want to go out there and do is throw strikes over the plate. Let your defense back you up.
And yeah, I mean, looks like he's definitely fires a lot of high velocity fastballs there. So maybe that could potentially catch the Peacock hitters off guard. Where Tolliver, he not as high velocity of a pitcher, but was able to get them off balance with his breaking stuff.
Yeah, indeed. See how he does. He's coming into a situation with 2 outs and man on first. Coming up for St. Peter's will be the third baseman, number 3, Logan Baker, who is 1 for 2 so far in the day with a single and a run back in the 5th inning during St. Peter's only real scoring stretch.
It looks like now it's going to be. Let's see if Logan Baker, who's done some damage today. He's currently 2 for 1 with a single.
As here comes the first pitch to him, and that'll be in there for a called strike 1.
And again, you want to see the continuation of these first pitch strikes, and again, Thompson looking to get aggressive here.
Here's the 0-1 pitch from Thompson. Swung on and missed. Looked like Logan Baker really wanted that one, but that was up and away, and he went chasing.
And that fastball from Thompson looks like there's a lot of zip on it right now. So again, getting a good start from right now.
And here comes the 0-2 pitch, and it is just away for ball number 1. Couldn't quite get Logan Baker to chase. Good eye there from him to let it be as he moves to a 1-2 count.
Yeah, we'll try to breaking ball there instead, just see if he can catch him off guard.
As here comes the pitch, swung on, and that is fouled off towards the right side. Baker once again staying alive here.
And again, kind of the same spot where Gilligan was, falling behind 0-2, trying to work himself back in the count.
And here comes the 1-2, and that'll be way up and away for ball number 2. Not quite the pitch you want to see there. If you're trying to make a guy chase, you want to put it close enough. We did see Logan Baker go at one of those earlier in the count, though. So here comes the 2-2 pitch from Thompson, and that's away for ball number 3. And this is now a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, man on first.
Yeah, and Thompson just yanking that ball a little bit too much to his left side, finishing a little bit off balance.
Here comes the payoff pitch, swung on, fouled off towards the right side. Yeah, I think if you're Thompson, maybe want to reel in the velocity a little bit and try and control it. Put it somewhere in the strike zone.
Again, let's see if he takes your advice here.
Here comes the pitch. That is just low for ball number 4, and so he walks Logan Baker right there to put men on first and second. St. Peter's lineup now turns over as we go to their leadoff hitter, left fielder number 5, Garrett Grego.
Not exactly what you want to see if you're Lehigh, walking the 8 and 9 hitters after having both of them down on 2 and then losing them later on in the counts.
As here comes the first pitch to Grego, and he rips that for a liner down the right field line. Going to take Cole a little bit to get to it. It goes all the way to the wall. Grego will get to second, and Gilligan will come all the way around and score. And it looks like the throw in was not handled, and Baker is able to come and score, and Grego gets all the way to third on the error right there.
And that's exactly why you cannot walk people. That especially when you turn the lineup over like that, you allow an opening for St. Peter's, and Grego able to take advantage of the opportunity there and drive in 2 runs and also advance the third on an error throw.
And now up for St. Peter's is Tyler DeClusen, their center fielder, as the first pitch from Thompson is a ball outside. So he starts him off 1-0.
And again, let's see if he can at least limit the damage to prevent another run from scoring.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That'll be in there for a called strike number 1. So now a 1-1 count for DeClusen, who is 1 for 3 so far this game with a single back in the 5th inning. He ended up scoring on Tyler Smith's 2-run shot, as the 1-1 pitch is in there for a called strike 2. Now a 1-2 count on DeClusen.
Again, Thompson keeps getting these guys 0-2 counts, but just has not been able to finish them off yet.
As here comes the 1-2 pitch, swung on, and that's grounded towards second base. Rogers able to make the play, throw to first for the 3rd out of the inning. So not a ton of damage, but maybe a little bit more than they'd like. 2-run score on Garrett Grego's big double right there. And that was the lone hit of the inning. Gilligan and Baker both getting on by walks. And we move into the bottom of the 6th with Lehigh still holding an 8-run lead. The score 14-6. And we are back for the bottom of the 6th in this baseball game between the St. Peter's Peacocks and the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. Lehigh currently holds a 14-6 lead in this game, and coming on to pitch for St. Peter's, we're leaving Mason Williams, will be number 27, John Wade. Leading off the inning for Lehigh will be their third baseman, number 13, Sam Holtz.
That's not John Wayne.
And the first pitch is flied into center field, and the second baseman will go all the way out to make the catch. That was Alex Rakis. A nice play by him to track that down.
Yeah, well, but Alex Rakis doing it Willie Mays style right there, and able to make the catch over the shoulder and got the first out of the inning for the Peacocks.
And now up to bat for Lehigh is their catcher, number 40, Andrew Noon. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike. Should be noted that John Wade is listed as both a first baseman and a right-handed pitcher. So we got some two-way action, as his 0-1 pitch is away for ball one.
And again, quick out to start off the first, and very, very nice job by him, and just trying to take it one batter at a time.
And here comes the 1-1 pitch. That is ripped out towards left center. That will get in the gap, and that will go all the way to the wall. It looks like that will be at least a double for Andrew Noon, and he is at second base standing up. He crushed that ball out there.
Yeah, that's gonna be his. That's gonna be his third hit of the day, actually.
Yeah, Noon having himself a day. He's 3 for 4 with a double right there. Singles in the first and the fifth inning. Now up to bat for Lehigh. Top of the lineup, center fielder number 1, Jake Whitlinger. Man on second, one out. Chance to do some more damage here. As here comes his first pitch, and that'll be up high for ball number 1.
Yeah, assuming the score holds, we might have some. We'll have an array of options for our player of the game.
You love to have many options for player of the game, right? A bunch of these guys performing excellently today, as the 1-0 pitch is once again outside for ball number 2.
Again, that's great. Again, yeah, you're right. Great to see, and also you want a team that has that has a lot of depth, like Lehigh has so far this year.
2-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Now a 2-1 count on Whitlinger. Yeah, it should be noted, Andrew Noon with the 3 for 4 day and the double, batting 9th. I mean, to get that from your 9 hitter is very impressive for a team, and it's exactly what you want in a good offense. So here comes the 2-1 pitch, and that's in there for a called strike number 2.
Yeah,
Wade able to get his off speed over the plate right there.
Yeah, we will be interviewing someone after the game. And again, we'll let you guys know once we actually have this individual on.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch, swung on, and that is ripped down the right field line. That will get all the way to the wall, and that'll be a double for Jake Whitlinger as he comes into second base standing up, and Andrew Noon will score easily. Lehigh adding onto their lead. That's their 15th run of the day. You know, Alec, it never gets old. I love scoring runs.
You know, I think you're right on that. And right now, everyone is a hit besides Cochran and Holtz, and it's been up and down the line. It's just been nonstop all day long, and they've put up runs in each of the last 3 innings.
Yeah, Cochran up right now. 1 out, man on second, and his first pitch, he pops it up towards right field. Gonna make the catch. Whitlinger thinks about tagging up, but he decides not to. Heads back to second base. So a first pitch fly out to right field for Cochran. Should be noted, no hits today for Cochran, but he has gotten on base with 2 walks. He had the drop third strike that he got on base with, and a sac fly. So still a good game for him.
Yeah, very, very efficient, even though he has not gotten a hit yet.
And now up is number 34, their designated hitter, Rafe Parrish, now batting from the left side, as John Wade is a righty. As here comes the pitch. That'll be in there for a ball away.
Yeah, and Parrish, 3 for 4 today with 4 RBIs and a double with that as well.
Yeah, he has had a huge day for this Lehigh offense. Really, everyone has when you score 15 runs, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Here comes the 1-0 from Wade. Swung on, and that's ripped. Ground ball towards the shortstop. He's able to make the play and throw to first. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 run there for Lehigh on 2 hits, 2 doubles from Jake Whitlinger and Andrew Noon. And 1 man left on base. As we move to the top of the 7th, Lehigh now has a 15-6 lead over St. Peter's. And we are back with the top of the 7th in this baseball game between Lehigh and St. Peter's. Tyler Thompson back on the mound for Lehigh, and leading off the inning for St. Peter's will be their first baseman, number 31, Tyler Cotton. First pitch from Tyler Thompson, swinging strike right there from Cotton.
And let's see if Thompson can recover after a little bit of a tough inning last time out, but and let's see if he can get a rhythm going.
0-1 pitch is in there, down for ball 1.
And right now Lehigh's got some action up in the bullpen. I can't see who it is though.
As here comes the 1-1 pitch, and then it's ripped down the left field line. Cotton turning for second. He'll get in there with a double.
Yeah, and again, Cotton, I mean, for as much as St. Peter's is behind, their offense has been fairly solid today. I mean, they've scored 6 runs in the last 2 innings, and they've got 9 hits overall. So they're not. It's not like they're not. It's not like their offense hasn't been able to get things going.
Yeah, it looks like there is a mound visit here, possibly another pitching change. And that is the case. Looks like Tyler Thompson will be coming out. Yeah, I mean, look, St. Peter's offense has been nothing to scoff at today. It's just when faced with 15 runs, it's tough to keep up. Similar to yesterday's game where in the second game of the doubleheader, Lehigh won 18-8.
And again,
close to repeating that performance today.
I mean, scoring 33 runs in 2 games I would call that unprecedented. I don't know. I'm not great with Lehigh baseball history, but I have to wonder when was the last time they scored this many runs in this short of a span?
It is indeed impressive. Coming in to relieve Tyler Thompson will be number 35, Grady Golier, a right-handed pitcher in Lehigh's bullpen.
Yeah, and the freshman this year getting a little bit of run. He has a 3.86 ERA and with a 1.29 WHIP in 4 2/3 innings of work. So not a lot of experience right now, but he looks like he's looking to get some innings for the Mountain Hawks and get them out of this this jam.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is the perfect time to get a young guy some innings of work in there. Let him pitch under a low-stress environment, 9-run lead. This is not really something you have to worry about as a pitcher. Just like we said before, just make sure you're putting strikes over the plate, and that's the main focus.
And again, 3.86 ERA, not bad. I mean, he's only given up. He's only given up 1 run this. Actually, I'm sorry, 2 runs this year. So it's pretty good. 5 strikeouts, 3 walks.
Coming up for St. Peter's will be their designated hitter, number 28, Tyler Smith, the one left-handed hitter in their lineup. He hit the 2-run home run back in the 5th inning for St. Peter's 3rd and 4th runs. As Golier's first pitch is in the other batter's box.
Not exactly
And-
what you wanted to see there to start off.
And Noon not able to block it right there, and Cotton moves from 2nd to 3rd. So now a man on 3rd and no outs. Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that is in there for a called strike.
Yeah, a nice dot in there to the inside part of the plate. That's where you want to see your pitchers get in a groove against these St. Peter's hitters.
Oh, for sure. And here comes the 1-1 from Golier, and that is down low for ball number 2. It's now a 2-1 count for Tyler Smith. This wind once again starting to pick up here.
Picking up. It's been picking up or consistent all day long.
I know all too well, Alec, as here comes the 1-1 swung on, and that is hit deep to right field, foul. And once again, looks like that started out fair, just got blown foul immediately. Now a 2-2 count to Tyler Smith.
And again, I'm wondering if they try and go back to a breaking ball here against him.
Here comes the pitch from Golier, swung on and hit deep to right field. Andrew Cole tracking it. He's able to make the catch. He throws in. Cotton is tagging up from 3rd. He's able to score easily on the sac fly right there, as that was a very deep fly out.
Smith has had some very hard hit outs today. He's only 1 for 4 today, but on his other 3 at bats, he's hit the ball hard each time and pretty deep to right field as well.
And now up for St. Peter's is their right fielder, number 11, Ashby Vining. That sac fly gave St. Peter's their 7th run of the ball game. It cut the lead to 8 as Ashby Vining tries to rip that first pitch straight to the shortstop, Tyler Young. He's not able to handle it. Wondering if that'll go down as an error. It was just smoked.
I would say yes, because that ball was in front of him. I think that if he had put his body in front of the ball, he could have at least knocked it down. And because of how hard it was hit, you probably could have thrown out the runner first.
Does look like they counted it as a single. Now for St. Peter's will be their shortstop, number 7, Joseph Lomangino, as first pitch to him goes over his head.
That's
for ball number 1.
a little bit of chin music there.
Yeah, not really what you want to see there from Golier, who looks like he's still trying to find his control, find the strike zone. Second pitch gets the inside edge of the plate for strike number 1.
Yeah, and again, if you're Golier here, just those strikes and make St. Peter's put the ball in play.
And the 1-1 pitch hits Lomangino in the side. That will put him on first and move Vining up to 2nd. Definitely not what you want to see there. Golier struggling to locate his fastball early here. Now it is men on 1st and 2nd with Alex Rakis, their second baseman, coming up to bat. Rakis is 1 for 3 so far today with a single back in the 2nd inning. Looks like the first pitch to Rakis hits him as well. This time in the lower half.
Yeah, I think Noon's going out there to try and calm his fellow freshman down a little bit. Control has been an issue for him so far this year, and it's been an issue for him today as well. He already hit 2 batters, and that's not exactly what you want to see. This is how you let teams back in ball games.
Yeah, bases are loaded right now. Still just 1 out in the inning. Now up for St. Peter's will be their catcher, number 29, Jace Gilligan. Jace Gilligan is 1 for 1 so far today with a single and 2 walks. So a good eye from this guy. He's a guy that you need to put the ball in the strike zone if you want to succeed against him.
Yeah, and again, that's kind of how they got their 2 runs last inning. That's it. When Gilligan and Baker they got down 0-2 counts, and they were able to, and they had great discipline and throughout the rest of their at bats, and were able to walk, and that led to a 2-run double.
First pitch to Gilligan is swung on and missed. So Golier able to start it off with an 0-1 count. That's exactly what he wants right there. I think he's gonna throw that fastball again, try and punch it past him. 0-1, and does throw the fastball again, but that's fouled off towards the right side. Now in 0-2 count for Gilligan. Like you said, just last inning, Gilligan was in an 0-2 count and was able to battle back and work a walk. He's probably going to try and do a similar thing here, as it looks like the home ump calls time.
And again, maybe this is where you might try a breaking ball here, maybe in the dirt, try and get him a little off balance.
You want to get him to chase here, but you don't want to throw a wild pitch and let the runner from third score. As 0-2 pitch is inside for a ball. That makes it 1-2 now.
Maybe this is where you go high fastball again, and say, okay, hit this.
Yeah, I mean, Golier's best pitch is his fastball. It just comes leaping out of his hand. As here comes the 1-2 pitch from Golier, swung on, and that is fouled off towards the right side. It looks like it will go out of play. So Gilligan doing a good job staying alive in this at-bat like he's done all day.
It's frustrating for the Lehigh pitchers because whenever you let a hitter go when they're down 0-2, 1-2, it's a little deflating, and I think that's kind of what leads to some sloppy pitches.
Comes another 1-2 pitch, and that's in there for a called strike 3. Gilligan goes down looking, makes his first out of the day actually.
That was.
Now 2 outs. Bases loaded, and coming up to bat for St. Peter's is their third baseman, number 3, Logan Baker.
That was easily Golier's best pitch of the day. A fastball, a dot right to the corner, and that's completely unhittable there.
And his first pitch to Baker is a called strike right there. Another one dotting the corner. This is the type of Golier that we want to see. This is the impressive stuff that we know he can do.
And the Lehigh pitchers have had success when they're able to hit those outside parts of the plate.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Golier, swung on, and that's lined out to center field. Whitlinger able to track it, make the catch to end the inning, and St. Peter's gets a run on the board, but nothing else despite loading the bases with 1 out right there. Golier is able to get out of it. Just 2 hits in the inning, and 3 men left on base right there. As we move to the bottom of the 7th, Lehigh still holds a 15-7 lead over St. Peter's. And we are back for the bottom of the 7th. Lehigh still holds a 15-7 lead over St. Peter's in this baseball game at J. David Walker Field on Goodman campus. Leading off the inning for Lehigh will be their first baseman, number 19, Justin Butler, as he swings and misses at the first pitch here from John Wade.
And again, the key for both these pitchers is just those strikes.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Wade, and that'll be in there for a called strike 2. So Butler down early in the count, 0-2. He has been huge in this game for Lehigh so far. Currently 2 for 3 with a walk and 2 singles. As here comes the 0-2 pitch, and that's outside for a ball.
And again, Butler has been quietly efficient today. Currently 2 for 3 with an RBI.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch from Wade, and swung on and missed. Gets Justin Butler on a swinging strikeout right there. And that will bring up right fielder number 4, Andrew Cole, to bat for Lehigh.
Now batting for the Mountain Hawks.
Again, and Andrew Cole, again, a guy. Certainly, right now Lehigh is 3 guys with 3 or more RBIs, and that's including Andrew Cole, who's 4 for 2 today.
And here comes the first pitch of him, swung on, and that is crushed deep to left field. And that is way out of here over the scoreboard. Solo shot for Andrew Cole. Add on to that RBI total, Alec. Wow, that is Lehigh's 16th run of the day. That extends their lead to 9. It is now 16-7.
Talk about getting a hold of one there. He crushed that ball to left field over the scoreboard. And when it left the bat, you could tell, oh yeah, this ball is going a long way. And Andrew Cole just adding on to his great day, and now with 4 RBIs, and now there's 3 guys with 4 RBIs today for the Mountain Hawks.
And now up to bat, their second baseman, number 43, Rafael Rogers. He takes the first pitch from Wade for a ball. Here comes the 1-0, and that'll be up high for ball number 2. Now a 2-0 count for Rogers. He is currently 1 for 4. He got his only hit of the day back in the 5th with a big RBI double. And the 2-0 pitch is in there for another ball. It is now 3-0 for Rogers. Here comes the pitch from Wade. That'll be in there for a called strike. Finally able to find the zone.
Both home runs today for each team, they've come from their hitters being able to pull a ball to left to the respective parts of the field.
And this pitch is swung on and ripped towards the short side. He's able to make a nice diving stop towards his right and throw to first to get the out. That was Joseph Lomangino for St. Peter's on the play right there.
Yeah, a great diving play there for Lomangino. A hard ball hits the left side. I thought that was getting through at first, but able to make that play on his right hand side, fire across his body to first for the second out of the bottom of the 7th.
And now Lehigh shortstop Tyler Young, number 10, comes up to the plate. First pitch is up high for ball 1. About those home runs, Alec, like you said, pulling the ball and pulling it hard has gotten it out of the park today. And the 1-0 pitch, Tyler Young checks his swing, as that's up high for ball number 2. Because with the wind today, not sure where the ball is going to go when it's put in the air. And he swings at the 2-0 pitch, and he's able to put it in the air towards right field. And right fielder Ashby Vining able to come in towards his right and make the catch for the 3rd out of the inning. So Lehigh gets 1 run back on the solo shot by Andrew Cole, only hit of the inning, as we will move to the top of the 8th. Lehigh still holding a 9-run lead as the game is 16-7. And we are back for the top of the 8th in this baseball game between Lehigh Mountain Hawks and the St. Peter's Peacocks. Leading off the top of the 8th will be St. Peter's left fielder number 5, Garrett Grego. And now on the mound for Lehigh is their designated hitter, now pitcher, Rafe Parrish. And his first pitch to Grego is a ball down low.
Yeah, and again, a lot of these guys, like a lot of these guys can play both position, can be a position player and a pitcher just based off how hard they throw.
And the 1-0 pitch is in there for a called strike one. Yeah, I mean, Alec, what I always find so funny about baseball is that all the guys are either they're a hitter or they're a pitcher. Very few guys can be two-way players, and yet these guys are so talented. Most of them could be. Most of them can pitch at a certain level, and most of them can hit at a certain level. That's why they're here. As the 1-1 pitch goes for a ball right there.
Yeah, and again, let's see if Parrish can put these hitters away. Let's see what he's like on the mound.
Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that's swung on, and that's crushed out to right center field. That will fall in front of Andrew Cole, and that will be a single for Garrett Grego. That is his third hit of today.
Yeah, but again, I don't. You're looking for Parrish to put in the strike zone. That's what he's doing right now.
Now up for St. Peter's will be their center fielder, number 4, Tyler DeClusen. Had a single back in the 5th. 1 for 4 so far. And first pitch to him is down for ball 1.
Actually got some guys throwing a football in the Lehigh bullpen right now. I don't know if they're warming up for coming the game, but they're getting some work, you could say.
Here comes the 1-0 pitch, and that'll be in there for a called strike one. I mean, maybe tryouts going on down there. I don't know.
Perhaps.
1-1 count now for Tyler DeClusen.
Going back to last inning, Grady Golier, the freshman, able to get out of a hairy situation.
And here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's chopped over to the third baseman. Makes a quick throw to first. Nice play right there by Sam Holtz. As Garrett Grego moves over to second.
Yeah, looked like they were trying to execute hit and run there, but which it was successful, but they weren't able to get a hit out of it. So again, if you're Parrish right now in the Mountain Hawks, just keep looking to get outs, even if it means sacrificing a run or two or sacrificing a base or two.
Yeah, I mean, with a 9-run lead, that's what you can do. As number 31, the first baseman, Tyler Cotton, now up. And he takes a ball down low for his first pitch. So now 1 out and a man on second. RBI opportunity for Cotton right here. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Parrish, and that's inside for ball number 2.
And funny enough, Parrish is actually listed as generally an infielder, so doesn't have a specific position tagged to him, so he can play a variety of positions, and that's including pitcher.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Parrish, swung on, and that's ripped towards left field. Looks like that'll be at least an RBI, as DeClusen Grego is coming home, and Cotton comes sliding into second base as the throw is just a bit late. And that will be an RBI double right there for Tyler Cotton, his third hit of the game and his second double of the game.
You know, I mean, if St. Peter's was just able to limit the damage with their pitching, their offense has been able to do some damage of itself. They've gotten runs each of the last 4 innings.
And now coming up to bat for them is their designated hitter, number 28, Tyler Smith. And he swings and misses at that first pitch from Rafe Parrish down in the dirt. So once again, 1 out, man on second for St. Peter's. Tyler Smith definitely able to do some damage as he had that 2-run home run back in the 5th inning and a couple of deep flyouts in this game. As here comes the 0-1 pitch. That'll be in there for a called strike 2. So he's down early in an 0-2 count.
And Parrish looks pretty relaxed out there right now. Just looks very loose, taking his time. What you want to see in this part of the game?
And here comes the 0-2 pitch, swung on, and that is popped up high towards the left side. Looks like Tyler Young is getting underneath it, calls off the third baseman. That'll be caught for the second out of the inning. So a pop fly right there to the shortstop. And now up for St. Peter's will be their right fielder, number 11, Ashby Vining. Now a man on second, 2 outs.
Now batting number 11, Ashby Vining.
And Vining, he's again had a fairly. Oh, wait a minute. He's 1 for 4, so he has a hit today. He's not doing terrible after that swing and a miss there. I mean, the Slam's fairly consistent with getting hits, just so their pitching has not been able to hold up.
Yeah, I mean, scoring 8 runs in a game is impressive, no matter how you get it. As here comes the 0-1 from Parrish, and that's swung on and grounded to shortstop. Tyler Young makes the play, able to throw to first for the third out of the inning. And so St. Peter's gets the 1 run across on the 2 hits by Grego and Cotton, but that is all they will get. We'll move to the bottom of the 8th. Lehigh still holding on to an 8-run lead. This game is 16-8. And we are back for the bottom of the 8th. Lehigh still holding an 8-run lead over St. Peter's in this ball game. It's currently 16-8. And now coming up to bat for Lehigh will be their third baseman, number 13, Sam Holtz. First pitch from John Wade goes in there for a called strike.
Number 13, Sam Holtz.
And kind of a storyline in this game today has been whenever St. Peter's has gotten runs, Lehigh's been able to match it.
And here comes the 0-1 pitch that's swung on and flied out to right center field. Right fielder Ashby Vining able to move over to his right and make the catch right there for the first out of the inning.
And again, good piece of hitting there from Holtz, but just not again with the weather today and the wind, just not able to get enough on it to get that ball to able to sail out.
And first pitch to catcher Andrew Noon, swung on and missed. He will start with an 0-1 count. Talked about how good he's been today. 3 for 4 with a double back in the 6th inning. And 0-1 pitch is up high for ball number 1. Yeah, I mean, like you said, the past 3 times that St. Peter's has scored, Lehigh has scored in the bottom of the inning. As that 1-1 pitch is fouled straight back. Now a 1-2 count on Noon.
And going back, like, in terms of pitching, like Grady Golier, after struggling a little bit and hitting 2 batters, able to prevent more damage. Like, that was big for the Mountain Hawks, and that stopped any momentum that St. Peter's had.
As here comes the 1-2 pitch, and then it's swung on and flied out towards right field. And Vining able to come under it and make the catch for the second out of the inning. Yeah, I mean, when they were threatening with the bases loaded right there against Golier, that was, I think, St. Peter's chance to get back into the game and make Lehigh scared again. And Golier was able to shut it down. Now up to bat for Lehigh is their leadoff hitter, center fielder number 1, Jake Whitlinger, who has had a very nice game himself. Had an RBI double back in the 6th inning. Along with that, a walk and a hit by pitch back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, and he's like even if like in Cole and Parrish both stood out, say just because of how many RBIs they have and how many hits. But Whitlinger's been efficient, so have other players are quietly efficient. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Like, that's pretty good.
And on the 1-1 pitch, he rips one back up, hits the pitcher's ankles. And Wade tries to recover and make the play, unable to. So it looks like Whitlinger will get an infield single right there. Bit of a tough way for Wade. He seems all right, though. Hit pretty hard by Whitlinger.
Yeah, I mean, he hit that hard on the ground. Like, a comeback right up the middle. That's kind of that kind of wakes you up a little bit if you're Wade there.
Yeah, I mean, tough guy. Tried to make the play afterward, just couldn't quite. Whitlinger's got some speed down the base path, too.
Yeah.
And now up to bat for Lehigh will be their left fielder, number 3, Ryan Cochran.
Yeah, this team's got something for trying to dive into first base, which most coaches would tell you don't do that under any circumstances.
As the first pitch to Cochran is way up high for ball number 1. 8-run lead, let the kids have some fun. Let them dive into first. Comes the 1-0 pitch, and that's popped up to the right side.
I mean, yeah, you can have fun, but what happens if someone gets injured sliding into first base? Then it's like, all right, maybe we're having a little too much fun.
I think a fair point. Some people have argued that the last little stretch, if you're running straight through the bag, can also be a possible chance for injuries.
Yeah, that's a good point. There are 2 potential hamstring injuries there as well, maybe a calf strain, something like that.
And 1-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Wade, and that's up high for ball number 2.
And Cochran still with no hits today, 0 for 3 today, but he has 2 walks on the day. So again, he's been getting on base for the Mountain Hawks.
I know us Phillies fans have some trauma in terms of running through first base, leading to injuries with Ryan Howard back in 2011.
That was about, yeah. I mean, although what that play happened while he was running up the line, correct?
I think that is true. 3-1 count right here, and that ball is up and away for ball number 4. Ryan Cochran will take his base with a walk. A little 2-out rally here for Lehigh in the bottom of the 8th. Coming up now is pitcher number 34, Rafe Parrish. Batting from the left side of the plate here against righty John Wade.
Yeah, and Parrish here. Let's see if we can out on his total here. I mean, he's 3 for 5 today with 4 RBIs. I mean, so let's see if he can continue adding on.
First pitch to Parrish in there for a called strike. Here comes the 0-1 from Wade. And that'll be just outside for a ball. Now a 1-1 count on Parrish.
And again, dangerous spot here for Wade, especially when you're facing a hitter like Parrish.
As here comes the 1-1 that's swung on and fouled straight back. Now a 1-2 count for Parrish.
Actually landed right near us. I think
You make the catch, Alec?
No, if it's in my vicinity, yeah, of course. I have hands like glue. Didn't you guys one time have a foul ball come back here?
Yes, we had a foul ball bounce like straight on the table one time. That was maybe the scariest thing I've experienced. As the 1-2 pitch is outside for ball number 2.
Is it up there? Is it actually one of the scariest things you've actually seen?
Maybe not the scariest. It was fairly scary.
Yeah.
Look, I was calling it as it happened.
I mean,
as here comes the 2-2 pitch, and that's swung on and grounded towards the left side. Shortstop able to make a play and throw to first. Unable to pick it. And so Rafe Parrish will get on with what is either an infield single or an error on the shortstop, and that will load the bases for first baseman number 19, Justin Butler. Looks like they have scored a hit, it seems.
And again, another dangerous hitter up for Lehigh, Justin Butler, who's got, again, Patriot Player of the Week and already 4 for 2 today.
And here comes the first pitch to him from Wade, and that's swung on and pop fouled towards the right side, out of play. So he starts off with an 0-1 count.
And again, that's a big first strike there for Wade. You want to get ahead of this guy.
Here comes the 0-1 from Wade. That's just high for ball number 1. And Justin Butler, like you said, 2 for 4 so far today with a walk as well. 2 singles, 2 runs. I don't believe he has an RBI yet, as here comes the 1-1 pitch. That'll be in there for a ball.
He has 1 RBI, I'd say.
Does have an RBI. I think back in the first inning.
Yeah, very early on in the game, yeah.
2-1 count. Here comes the pitch from Wade. Swung on and missed. Big cut right there from Justin Butler. Now a 2-2 count for him. Definitely wants to do some damage here. Extend the lead.
Yeah, let's see. And again, a good hitter in the spot. Let's see if he can get the job done.
Here comes the 2-2. Swung on and is a deep fly ball to right center field. Going back, and that will get in the gap all the way to the wall. That will be at least a double. Looks like he's going to turn, go for 3, and that will be a huge triple for Justin Butler. Bases clearing triple. That gives him 3 more RBIs to add to his total for the day, and that brings Lehigh's total for the day up to 19. They now have an 11-run lead over St. Peter's.
Yeah, and that's now going to, and now that's their 3rd player with 4 more RBIs, say, and it looks like they're calling the game.
Wow. Looks like the mercy rule was hit there, I guess.
I think that's a new rule that just came into effect.
That's the end of the game.
So,
Yep.
Final score, Lehigh 19.
great Wednesday for Mountain Hawks, and even though it ends in a little bit of an anticlimactic fashion.
Hey, do you call that a walk-off, Alec? Does that count?
I mean, end the game, so yeah, we'll call it a walk-off.
Yeah, walk-off triple right there for Justin Butler as Lehigh wins 19-8 against the St. Peter's Peacocks. Lehigh racked up 19 hits today. The Peacocks only had 12. We had some good pitching performances on the Lehigh side by Teddy Tolliver, Tyler Thompson, Grady Golier, and designated hitter turned pitcher Rafe Parrish. And on the Peacock side, we saw Logan Wenzel with a tough first inning, unable to make it out, actually. And then Lyndon Rayburn, Mason Williams, and John Wade.
And again, this is a great one for Lehigh today, and now imagine this. Yesterday they scored 18 runs in the second leg of that doubleheader. And now imagine today you say now they score more runs than they did yesterday. You have to do double take if you heard that out of my mouth, and that's just a testament to their offense. 37 runs in 2 games. I mean, how about that? I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
It is incredibly impressive. Like we said, we saw all up and down the lineup today, from the guys at the top to the guys at the bottom. Rafe Parrish, Justin Butler, Jake Whitlinger, Andrew Cole, Tyler Young, Andrew Noon. It's hard to not say some guys' names because basically everybody did well on offense today.
Yeah, and again, when going through a player of the game, it was a hard choice, but I mean, I think the player of the game has got to be Rafe Parrish. I mean, 4 for 6 with 4 RBIs, a double, and he also pitched an inning for the Mountain Hawks where he did pretty solid as well there too.
And we will be able to interview Rafe Parrish after the game today, so stay tuned for that on the broadcast. Should be very interesting to see his take on Lehigh's massive offense today.
And again, he was the one who got the scoring star for the Mountain Hawks, and that's what an offensive star show for the Mountain Hawks. Just honestly, everything you could have asked for happened in this game today.
For sure.
Yeah, and now I mean we're seeing both teams huddle, so we'll probably be another few minutes at least before we're able to get Rafe Parrish on. But again, really good game for all those guys, and our player of the game is going to be Rafe Parrish.
Alec, can you give us the upcoming games for this Lehigh baseball team? For any fans who want to see them.
Absolutely. So the next game will be at University of Penn on Wednesday in Center City, Philadelphia, at 3 p.m. And then on Friday they're actually playing a doubleheader. On Friday, Saturday, and Sunday they're playing a 4-game set against Lafayette. So that's a huge series there as well. And we're gonna see a lot of people paying attention to this team, especially considering how well they've done this year. They now move to 12-5-1, which is something unprecedented for this Lehigh baseball club.
Yeah, they are in a really great spot heading into conference play soon.
And again, this is something that this is really good progress coming out of the gate from the Mountain Hawks, especially because usually they have not been able to get going this quickly. And it looks like now we have Rafe Parrish coming up, and we'll interview him.
How are you? Doing great. Just letting you guys know ahead of time, I'm terrible at talking.
Sounds good. I'm sure it'll be good. So now we have Rafe Parrish interviewing for us after the game. This is our second ever interview, so we're very happy to have him on. Rafe, thank you for being on today. We appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me, man.
So today, great. So you're our player of the game. Great day for you today. 4 for 6, with the first run of the game being with the first RBI of the game by way of an RBI single by you. How are you able to do so well at the plate today?
You know, just trying to play for my team. As long as we get the W, that's all that matters.
And then not only batting but also pitching as well, giving an inning for the Mountain Hawks in the 8th overall in the 8th too, where you did a very, very nice job. What's the mindset going from now being at the plate to now being on the pitcher's mound?
Honestly, the mindset is the exact same thing. Anything to help the team win, and just go out there and compete.
And then finally, after winning the series, going 3-4 overall in the series, what kind of testament is it to this team and also the start that you guys have had this year?
Win every series. That's the motto around the dugout, in the locker room. Just win every series and go out there and compete for our teams.
And what are you guys going to take from this series moving forward, and what are you guys expecting?
Just having fun. It's just a game. Baseball is just a game, and having fun playing loose baseball. It's the best way to play the game.
Zach and I were actually talking about this earlier today. You guys are loose, having fun, and you're definitely saying what we thought. So again, really, really great to hear, and again, it was great game to broadcast great game to broadcast today, and also I'm sure it was very fun for you guys as well.
Oh, it was a blast, man. It was a blast.
So now, all right, so that'll do it for us. From Zach Porter, I'm Alec Eskin. Have a great night, everyone, and we will see you on Saturday.